It's showtime.
There it is, big bomb.
There it is, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for the Tweed Oil King Podcast. Hosted by Dave Prance and Brad Brooks. It's all Oil Kings all the time. Live from the Super Den. Here's the boys. What's up, everybody? Super here. This is podcast number 19. Closing in on a milestone, number 20, right around the corner. I'm your host, Super, alongside my main man, my co-host, as always, Uncle Brooksy. Brooksy, how's she going tonight, kid?
Kings Nation, we're back. We're back, baby. Shake it, baby.
And we're coming in hot. We've been on a hiatus for a couple months. We'll talk about that. 2 months. Oh,
too long.
We'll talk about that, and we'll talk about, we got guests that haven't arrived yet that are coming in. We got the Campbellford Cowboys coming all the way over from Campbellford.
Yeehaw.
That's Dylan Ingram, Elijah Brahaney, and our buddy Joe Crothers. They'll be joining the pod right shortly, but we thought we'd fire things up because we've been gone so long. Yeah, 2 months. Like, what are we doing?
Holy shit, Soup. We got a lot to talk about, eh, buddy?
Lots to talk about. So
Buckle
much
up.
has happened since.
Oil country.
So much has happened. We had big breaks though in the first. What did we go? 2 weeks there?
Yeah, well, let's talk.
Why did we do that?
When was our last pod?
So our last pod was.
It was before the season, correct?
September 17th, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So sitting here today, we're 3-3.
Yeah.
You know, so we can go back, recap a bit of that, and we start off the season with a win down in North Frontenac.
Yeah. 6-4.
6-4.
Then we played the Bulldogs in Deserano.
That's right.
And we came up short in that game.
Yeah, we were right there in the second, like at the end of the second. I think it was a 1-goal hockey game.
It was close.
Yeah, so we ran some penalty trouble and we had a short bench and it bit us.
Then we went home. We played Frontenac, and that was a big score.
Yeah, we had a
full squad, big game.
All the boys were there that night, and what that one ended up, Sue?
I think it was 15-2 or something like that.
Okay. Yep.
It was didn't seem like a 15-2 game.
No.
Everything was going in near the end there.
So we're 2-1 at this point, then.
Yep. And then we went to Smith Falls.
Yeah, jeepers. We were in that hockey game, and we could have just easily won that. That goaltender, holy lifting Slack. He had I think Dal Slack's his name. He had a heck of a hockey game.
He can be lights out.
Well, I think he won MVP or something last year for the EOSHL for goaltenders. So.
And then that's when we had the first big break. That was 20 days long.
Yeah.
And then on the 27th, Senator Hastings came to town.
Yeah, we ripped the Band-Aid off on the 27th, and that's one thing, Kings Nation. She's been a bit of a slow start to the year. We've had two breaks in our schedule over 20 days, eh, Soup?
Yeah. And it affects the flow of everything for sure.
Well, it showed in the first period of the Marmor game.
Yeah. Yeah, we were down quick, down two, I think.
Yeah,
right off the bat.
Yeah, it ended up 3-3 after the first, and yeah, I wasn't too nervous. But
no.
What'd that one end up again?
That one ended up 14-5.
14-5. Yeah. Okay.
Favor. Yep.
Yeah. We'll talk about that one a little later. Yeah, we'll touch on that.
Our last game we went to Gann and came up short there.
Yeah, that game, I wasn't able to make that, but I was able to, watch it a bit online. It was a great hockey game, and there was a lot of things I picked out of that game, a bunch of positives and a few things, I seen that we can work at. But, it was a 1-1 hockey game.
Yep.
We had just got out of the penalty box, and at that point, Tyler Mellinson had scored a goal for us.
Yeah.
And we thought we were up 2-1. Referee was just
crazy.
Soup. I never seen nothing really like it.
Neither.
Referee went to drop the puck, and before he could drop the puck, I think Verbeek and Selleck come in and got in their ears. So after a 5-minute chit chat, they decided to take the goal away.
Yeah.
And then give us a penalty.
Yeah, it was a bit weird.
And they scored in that power play, went 2-1, and then we were chasing our tail, but then it ended up getting the lead back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Evan Morrison, he played awesome that game too.
Oh man, yeah. Mo had a heck of a game, and there's no doubt the game could have been a little different if it wasn't for Evan. He's a heck of a goaltender, eh?
Yeah, when he's on, that's for sure.
Yeah, and Bratz got knocked out of that game.
Yeah, that
changed.
was another problem. That was in the second period, I think.
Yeah.
And that was just, again, a thing I'd like to talk about. We'll talk about later.
Yeah.
Things like that. You don't need that in the league.
Okay, well, we'll give you a grind your gears segment.
I'll do a little spot on there about that. Yeah.
So,
things that piss me off.
right,
Yeah, for sure. And that brings us up to speed.
Well, no, there's one other thing I want to mention from that game.
From that game? Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. And
talk to me.
There's one thing I took away, and that's Mr. Mac Honcher. That young man shows up to play hockey.
Yeah.
Great addition to the hockey club. First period, that Harrigan wanted to tussle. Mac engaged him.
Yep.
Yeah, and then, he's whatever, but Selleck waited for an icing and picked his moment in the second and was definitely tapping Honch's pads again.
Yeah.
Opportunity knocked, and I'll give Mac a lot of credit.
Yeah.
He did more and hold his own in that one.
Yeah. No, he did very well. Because I'll tell you one thing. I'll give Selleck a little kudos. If he was tapping me on the shin pads, I'd probably catch me outside. Is that how it goes? Yeah. Well, I'll be outside in the car. I'll see you later. See you later, boys. But
really?
Oh, yeah. I'm afraid of him.
Well, I think of this the exact opposite. Here's a guy that fought pro.
Yeah.
He waits for it to be the second fight of the night for the guy.
Yeah.
Catches him on an icing.
Yeah.
He come off, and everybody watch the replay. You'll see it. He comes on the ice fresh as a daisy. Max got to stay out because of the icing, and then wants to go.
Yeah.
And Hunch drug him to the ground.
Pretty good timing.
Yeah. He's better. Like that was your gig in AHL and stuff like that. So don't wait for it. And when he fought George and Tweed, it was George second of the night too. Eh?
Yeah.
So it seems to be a bit of a trend. I just have a bit of an eye. Yeah. That's my little rant.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna get in a lot of little rants tonight, I think, because like you say, we haven't.
Good job, Hunch.
Is it? Did you say this is the third month? No, 2 months. 2 months, right?
Yeah, we were 2 months without a pod.
So I don't know how that happened. We apologize because I know I did get a lot of messages and a lot of people, and it is what it is.
We're going to blame it on the layoffs.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
And now that these 2 20-day layoffs are over, oil country,
golden.
buckle the heck up.
Yeah, we're golden.
Because we're going at least once, if not twice a weekend from here to Christmas, and we got some dandies.
We got some good guests. We got some good stuff lined up.
Oh, yeah, and we got a great schedule lined up, too.
Yeah, that too.
We got Barry's Bay coming. We're going to Barry's Bay. We've got right before Christmas on December 22nd, Marma comes back to Tweed for a little Friday night snack.
Yeah.
Part 2. Hush, part 2.
So let's think about that for a second. We haven't had a podcast since we started playing, and a lot has happened since then. Well, now we're pretty much up to date on where we are in the schedule. We're going into we'll touch about playing Barry's Bay coming up, but let's talk about Razzie. Let's talk about that transition has happened.
Let's have a little clap from the kids.
Yeah,
come on. You used to be right on
this. That's the Crows. Where is it? Oh my God. I gotta. No, that's laughing. That's laughing. I gotta get my glasses done. I found it. There you go.
There we go. Christopher Rajat.
So it's happened. The transition is done. The municipality no longer has the reins.
But it's been great.
Yes, I was about to say.
And more than accommodating and helping us in our transition.
Yeah, and Christopher, that letter that we all posted online there, that was a great letter. And I hope everybody read it. And that's the kind of guy you're dealing with here. And the transition has been pretty much seamless, eh?
I'm not going to say seamless, Super. Raz did a lot of work behind the scenes that we didn't see to get this deal done. And, he's got big plans for the merch. So Chris's vision for this, guys, just so everybody knows, and I've been talking with him lots, and I share the same vision as him, is that this is for the community. This is the community's team. And, so he's not looking to, make bank or anything off this. He wants to give back to the minor hockey, the figure skating, and his head's on the season ticket holders and the experience for everybody, and the community side of it.
Yep.
Johnny's going to look after the hockey along with myself.
Yep.
And that just seems, that's the breakdown, and that's Razzie's wishes.
Yeah. So pretty much status quo, really, from the hockey end of it. You would think.
Yeah, GM Johnny's still, steering the ship, and I'm doing my thing with the boys, and
yeah, and we've actually Johnny been. Let's give him one. I might be able to find it quicker here.
Hey,
that's for Johnny. A couple of good signings, man.
Oh, well, let's get into it now.
A couple of really good signings.
We've added Brody Butt.
Yeah.
We picked him up from Frontenac, former Des. We made a deal for Kenny Murdoff.
Yeah, and Kenny did well.
Yeah,
Kenny played good in
good defenseman
in Gan.
Yep, great defenseman. Had a couple good chances. Nate Boomhauer.
Yep, Nate
picked up Boomy.
Yep,
grabbed him from Des and signed Christian Lee.
Yep, he looked okay.
Rhino's buddy brought him down from the big cities.
He played in Gan.
Yeah,
and the guy who played in Gan, one of the signings that I'm extremely impressed with is young Jackson Boyer.
Oh yeah, baby.
That he's good.
He came to me highly, highly recommended.
He good.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt about it. I was on him hard, and he's a great young man, guys. He's giving back now that he's not playing Tier 2 Junior A with the Wellington Dukes. He's coaching. I believe it's Frankfurt, helping out with Frankfurt.
Is that right?
Yeah, man.
Good for him.
Yeah, and going to school in Peterborough.
Nice.
Yeah, university, I think, in Fleming.
So he's a busy young man.
Yeah, and it was funny how that whole came to be, because my wife and Jackson's mother are pretty close, nurses down at BGH.
Yeah.
So, we were talking back and forth, and I'm like, Carrie, that's the mother's name. And I said, is Jackson interested? And so I got talking to Jackson, and he was straight up and honest with me, at the start of the season, and said, Brooksy, I'm coaching hockey. I'm going to school. I just, I don't know. So I didn't push the envelope. I was just like, all right, man, well, I'm here. We got each other's numbers. And it was funny. On a Tuesday night, I just scrolled through my phone probably about, 3-4 weeks ago, and I seen Jackson's name. And I thought, geez, I had a couple pops, and I love drunk dialing.
Yeah.
So I didn't phone the young man, but I sent him a text. I said, you getting the itch to play hockey yet? And it was funny. I woke up Thursday, a day past, Wednesday goes by, and I'm like, maybe, I was that age too. Maybe he's a little hungover or something.
Yeah. Thursday
night, get a text. Ding. Yeah, I am getting the itch. Where do I sign? I'm like, holy, Johnny, start the jet. Get this kid. Pen. Yeah, get this kid signed up. So yeah, Jackson impressed the boys in that.
Yeah. He's a smart player. He got a heavy shot and moves the puck well. And great skate. He's good.
Yeah.
After the game, I walk into the room and I go, "You, good." So yeah, that's another. Is that all of them? It's quite a few.
Yeah, that's quite a few. That's
and lots of talent.
Lots of talent. We've got 40-man roster, and we've got every card signed.
Yeah.
So and we've got some depth in this hockey club. And
yeah, I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was just saying, no, it wasn't the other day. It was yesterday. I was talking to Barry Tebow.
Oh, the Bearcat.
Talking to the Bear.
Great supporter.
We were talking about who he asked me if we got any guys or new signings and stuff. I told him and then I said, it's pretty crazy to think about it. Like, we're in year 3, right? And people are coming. They want to play.
Oh,
we're not chasing anybody anymore. They want to play.
Buddy, you should have been GM Johnny this week. Oh, I'm not going to say, but there was a few members from another team
knocking on the door.
3 of them reached out to GM Johnny. Can you trade for me? Can you get me?
Who wouldn't? I mean, come on. That Center Hastings game on a Friday night, 7:30 in that barn. Who wouldn't want to have been a part of that?
Oh, baby.
That place was packed.
That was Becker Stiffner.
That was it. That's the busiest I've seen it in a long time.
I don't know if I've ever seen the barn that busy. We did the Juvie All-Ontario's. I was there for the Sunday Night League back in the day.
That Arm Prior playoff game was pretty. The one game back.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man.
But listen to this,
a lot of
Soup.
People.
Yeah, listen to this, Soup. It's the first time in history, I believe, in the Tweed Arena, that after the first period, I think we had 6 to I'm saying I might be a little off. 6 to 8 people asked for their money back.
What?
Yeah.
Asked for their money back.
Yeah, and rightfully so.
What happened?
They couldn't see.
Oh.
They couldn't get anywhere to sit. They're like, we want to be here, but
we can't see.
We can't push people out of the way, and we can't see the ice.
Oh, my.
That place was
packed.
Well, it was pretty quiet after, Marmer scored. We might as well talk about the Marmer game. Let's go into it. So
we come out kind of flat because of that 20-day layoff, I would say that. And not making excuses. The boys just needed a little bit.
No, we don't make excuses.
No, they just you could tell. I wasn't worried. Because I was up in the Hal box watching with old GM Johnny, and then they got those 2 quick goals, and I swear to you, man, we were just like, oh, that's something. Not worried one tiny little bit. Just I say, oh boy, they look a little, not into it yet. And then about 10 minutes in, I think, then it changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get into it.
Yeah.
Because that was great. It was great to see a lot of faces, before the game.
Yeah.
Like so many people, that I went to high school and stuff with that, just hadn't seen in a while. The amount of people, the energy in that rink, super.
Oh my God!
Before that puck dropped,
when we scored the third when we tied the first.
Oh yeah.
It was great.
Them rafters were shaking. Yeah, I could feel it on my feet under the bench there. But so to come into that rink, have that atmosphere, the boys, the players from Marmor, I give them, a lot of credit. Great guys. A lot of guys, a bunch of guys that used to be on our hockey club.
Yeah.
And to be a hockey player and to be playing in front of that kind of atmosphere,
oh my Lord. Would have been awesome.
Yeah, a lot of the boys afterwards, we went back to the garage and had a little water social, and they were telling me, they were like, Bruxy, I never thought I'd get that feeling again. And
it's hard not to when you get a crowd like that, and they're all on your side, right?
There's a lot of build up to that.
Yeah, we had a lot of talking about that, even as like summertime. There was a lot of talking going on.
From one side.
Yeah, from one side.
We were pretty quiet over here.
We never said a word. We didn't say
We were pretty quiet on this side of the house, and, let them build the rivalry, as you'd say.
Sure.
And, to come out in that first period, for them to score the first 2 goals, you could have heard a pin drop.
Yeah.
Like, it got quiet in there. And then, then we made it 2-1. Then they went up 3-1. And, by the end of the first, it was 3-3.
Yep.
And, went in the room, and Coach Fly gave quite a motivational speech.
Yeah.
And, he don't rip the boys often, but gave them a bit of going over and said, that's not the hockey club I know.
No.
And then I think we went 8 unanswered in the second.
Yeah, they come out and blew out 8.
We popped the lid off that son of a.
Yeah, and it looked good too. Like they looked like they had settled down and started to play. But like I say, that first period, that turning point when we got that 1 goal back, we could see it. Like, oh, here we go. Now we're making plays.
I think it was the 8th goal. Horny pulled himself, and in come Joe Rajat, and Joe's first shot on goal. Super. You know what it was?
3-0.
3-0. That's right. Against Bratz. I forget who the other one is. Like, I don't care who you put in that.
Yeah.
That puck's going in on a 3-0. And I'll give Joe Rajat a lot of credit.
Oh, yeah, man. He made some.
He made some big saves.
That two-pad
windmill. James McConnell and I talked about Joe.
That
and
was
we were
awesome. He made some good stops.
That kid made a lot of stops, or it could have been 20-4.
Yeah, no.
It could have got ugly.
He played good. One thing you said there about Horny, like, God love him.
Oh, yeah.
One of our team,
2 years. And, Murray phoned him after the game and just, checked base, how he was doing. Because,
I saw a comment on there that.
What comment?
I saw a comment, and somebody told me about it. So I looked and said that we intentionally hurt him.
Oh, fuck off. No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. That we laid on him or something. That's what I looked at it. I did read it because somebody told me that. And I'm like, we would never, first of all, we would never do that to anybody. Like, we don't have that kind of team that we would try to intentionally hurt another player. And then.
Not a chance.
And then to say something like that online was crazy to me. Like, I just.
Well, the relationship Horny has, Jesus, Super, with all the boys, they still all talk to him. You know, like,
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way we'd hurt Stefan
No.
Horn after the year he's been having for Marmor, too. Like, Jesus.
We're happy for him.
Why'd you tell me
Nothing
that?
but well,
that
sorry.
pisses me the off, man.
Yeah, well.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
I'm serious. It's one thing, you know, to say, you know, we got beat.
Yeah.
It's another thing to try to, like, are you serious?
Yeah.
It was the 8th goal when he came out of the net.
Yeah, and it was when he I forget who was it that got knocked down onto him.
Adrian Wilson.
Was Adrian, yeah, and that was in the I want to say in the first period, like 3-4 minutes in. Actually, it wasn't very long into the game.
He made a lot of saves after that.
Yeah, a ton. So I don't know.
Well, that's uneducated. Whoever said that.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ, you take. You know, something I was always told, and you know, maybe some people need to hear it is, well, no, man. Like I've had my ass handed to me.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm sorry. You know, we handed them their ass. It was 14-5, 8 unanswered. You know, like,
yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. You know, if it wasn't for that first period, that arena would have cleared out a lot quicker than it did. You know, 8 straight in the second, and you know, so to make an excuse like that, I was always taught by the old man.
Yeah.
You tip your hat.
Yeah.
And you say, I'll get you next time.
Yeah.
Take your beating like a man.
No,
you know, like,
that's the only reason I bring it up, because you know,
I can bring that shit up.
You want to
with
make
me.
excuses and stuff like that. That's fine. I'm okay with that. But when you say something that's the only reason I brought it up. When you say something like we would intentionally hurt somebody, especially horny, like, get real.
Get out.
Guy's
of here.
gold.
Get out.
Anyway, we'll move on from that. But
yes,
I just wanted to address it because it pissed me off. You know what I mean? Like we don't have a guy on our team like that. We don't have anything like that.
No, these guys got to work on Monday, and that's, you know, some things, you know, some people don't understand, and you know, like, these guys all have a common respect and a mutual.
Trying to hurt anybody.
Oh, Jesus Christ! They got kids and wives and
livelihoods.
Yeah, like,
they're there to entertain. That's all.
Well, we're here to get together, enjoy each other's company. You look at, you know, the community spirit that's behind this. That's what this is about.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm sorry, I won't sell my soul to ask one of my players to go out and hurt another hockey player. And as a matter of fact, if you want to go that far, in the 2 years I've been on the bench, every hockey player on the Tweed Oil Kings has said, I've never asked them to go out and fight.
No.
How could I? Yeah. It's their knuckles that are going to be sore. Most of us work with our goddamn hands.
Yeah,
so if you want to do that, that's on you. But me as a coach, I'm not sending anybody out to do this. They've played enough hockey. Jesus.
But
Jesus, some people, man?
Oh, yeah. But the other thing about that game, which was pretty crazy, is people were telling me about people that were there that I didn't see. Like, I heard that for like weeks after. Like, oh, he was there.
He was there. Yeah.
I didn't see him.
Damn, I missed her.
Yeah.
She was in the rink.
Yeah. Now, it was probably a lot to do with the hype up and the build up for that game for sure. But the whole idea of it being on a Friday night at 7:30 was.
It was just
awesome
like high
too.
school.
Yeah, there was quite a buzz, and I think we're doing that again with them too, right? In December.
Another Friday night.
Yeah, another Friday night, like
December 22nd, right before Christmas.
Yeah.
A Christmas present coming up.
All these people home and
back
from school. The kids will be back from school too, and you'll have everybody else around.
Yeah,
that'll be a night.
That will be a night, man. Nobody's got to work the next day. We're probably off everybody till Christmas.
Yeah.
She could get wild. Maybe we should have a dance and a live band after that one.
Oh, hey?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe over at Trudeau's Park.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Need one with, like, you need room, so.
Yeah, maybe we'll go hit up Old Oakley's.
Yeah, we could.
Or what do they call it? The Stoker Lake Lodge.
Forget, is that what it's called?
Yeah, the Lodge. Yeah, we'll go down the Lodge.
The Lodge.
It's got lots of room there. Cornelius knows how to throw an open.
Really carry that on.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and Vito's will be closed, so we can't go to our Sunday hangout. So, yeah.
We might need a light show for that game, eh?
Well, our man Casey.
Casey said he'd put on
he's jumped on board and is helping us out. So.
Oh, I got a text.
You got the bat phone went?
Where's my phone? The bat phone's going off.
Oh, man. Is that the Cowboys?
Yep.
Campbellford Cowboys. It's going to be a great, great talk with those guys.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What else did we want to touch on before they get here?
Well, before they get here, I wanted to bring up this Justin Allaire character.
Yeah, Justin.
Let's have a clap.
Where is it? I'm honed in on it now. I can nail it every time.
Oh, there you go. Super. Third time's the charm, eh?
Yeah.
But Justin Allaire, what a great job, and what a great guy.
Yeah.
He's doing a phenomenal job for the EOSHL, and for everybody that, if this guy wants to come to your rink, guys, you let him in. You let him in, you roll out the red carpet, because I'm telling you, he's nothing but class, respects everything. Super, he helped you shoot video last year.
Yep.
Justin
he's good.
Yeah, he's one of the best, and
he's doing some really nice things in his video editing too, like some of his games that he's put out, and I know that
it's the effort, man.
Helped Center Hastings last week too in the Deserano thing. Yeah. So that's good.
Yeah, Justin, he doesn't charge much, so make sure you square up with him.
Yeah, no.
So something about Justin though is that guy.
Yeah, and
the time, the effort,
doing the play-by-play. I think it's Billy
Bowl.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, he's good.
He was there. They did the Tweed Center Hastings game.
Yeah,
they did a good job.
Yeah, and they put the score up, and they got the graphics. Yeah, they put a lot of time and effort. So another clap for them boys. Super.
Yeah, let's do it.
We give it out for hard work around here.
Yeah, especially anything to help the league, right? So it's all good because everybody benefits from it.
That's right. That's right.
It's all good.
Yeah, so we've went over, like Razzie owning the Chiefs now, and
who owns
we've went over a bunch of our new acquisitions. So I think the only thing left, we were just carrying over. Well, we were on the Marmor topic.
Yeah.
Was the one thing I wanted to talk about with the Marmor game is, and this could maybe be a grind my gears moment.
Oh, here we go. So let's get some kind of a segment here. 1 second. We're going to have, with that, you're going to have some slapping and a gunshot. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try. It's time for
What's busting up Brooksy?
There you go. Say it again.
What's busting up Brooksy? Oh, okay. So everybody that knows me knows it's sometimes hard to keep my mouth shut. No. This summer, I heard a lot of stuff.
Okay.
A lot of stuff.
About what?
Well, I heard a bunch of this. I'm going to call it out. We will beat Tweed stuff.
Oh.
We will beat Tweed stuff. All 4 games.
Yeah.
We didn't respond to that.
No.
I said I wasn't going to say anything till after the game on the 27th.
Yeah.
That game's over.
It's over.
Okay? So, now I get to say my piece because the talk's been done. It's been, I said I was going to be a good boy, and I was. And I want to give myself a pat on the back.
There you go.
Because I did keep quiet. But now I'm going to say it, Super.
There you go.
If you are going to call out another fan base.
Yeah.
Or another hockey club, and I get it for the rivalry and everything like that.
Sure.
It was awesome, but there's got to be a level of, not bullshitting your fan base. Like, we're going to be Tweed all 4 games.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, the first game just ended with the score of Tweed winning by a touchdown and a motherfucking safety. I said, that's not even the same sport.
No.
So put some respect on our name.
There you go.
And I think we did on the Friday night.
Yeah, I think so.
So, that's my response to,
Yeah.
I love the rivalry and all that.
Sure.
And I'll give you something. Marmor's got a great club, a great group of players, and it wasn't the players saying that stuff.
No. It wasn't them.
They knew enough
it was
that
somebody.
We've been around, and Jesus, man. 8 straight.
Pretty bold.
Yeah. No, just don't blow smoke up your fan base's arse.
Yeah.
You think I'm going to walk in there and say, we're going to beat Gann all 4 games this year?
No.
Jesus Christ, no. I got more respect for them than that.
Yeah.
But I get it. So, that's just what was busting up Brooksy, and I finally got to say it. So, touchdown and a safety. Next time, be better.
And that was an episode of What's Busting Up Brooksy. Don't forget, later on tonight, we will have What's Up, Chuck. That'll be, we're going to wait for the boys to get here before we do
the
that,
boys
though.
love hearing from Chuck.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll, did you let him know we're going to get...
Oh, yeah. Chuck was at the rink today when my son was playing hockey. He's a supporter. My man, Chucky. We're brothers from another mother.
Yeah. Chucky is, so that'll be fun, too. And then what else? I did want to touch on something else I forgot, but I'll probably remember what it is when the boys get here. I'm just going to text them, see how far away they are. I wanted those boys to... I don't think we'll get into it tonight, but I wanted to go on a Facebook Live, but I didn't tell anybody, so I wanted to get a bunch of questions, and we suck at. We're not. Yeah,
we haven't. We need to
figure that out better.
Yeah, we need a person.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
like a cameraman.
Yeah,
I need a cameraman to come in here when we do the
and
pods.
Someone to boss us around.
He's
a bit.
2 minutes away. He's 2 minutes away. The
Campbellford.
Yeah. The Campbellford boys are 2 minutes away. The Campbellford Cowboys. Two-thirds of the Kid Line 2.0. They're going to be here. Then before they get here, the two acquisitions that Joe brought over. Dylan Ingram, Elijah Brahaney.
Oh, man.
Lights out.
Great additions to Hockey Club. I couldn't tell you. Like, I'm not going to even touch the ice stuff yet.
No.
In the room, beauty.
Personalities.
Yeah, just great team guys.
Top shelf stuff.
And unbelievably impressed with Ingram's game.
Me too. Solid.
Oh, boy.
Solid.
Good heads up, makes the right play with the puck.
Yep.
But that Elijah Brahaney.
He's done some pretty crazy shit out there.
You see him pop the lid off the barn in Tweed when he come down that wing and just looked like Messier at the top of the circle.
Yeah.
Just boom. Horny didn't even move, and the arena went
Not to mention that
low.
He pulled the puck between his feet from behind his back.
He had a hat trick
on that breakaway, and like that shot he made, Horny didn't move, couldn't move.
Yeah, he had a hat trick that night. So, and what a night for another member of the Oil Kings. Number 10. He's probably killed everything with a heartbeat this last 2 weeks, but what a hockey game he had.
Yeah, he sparked that.
He scored all his goals.
Comeback.
He scored a hat trick.
Yeah.
He scored them all when they mattered.
Yeah.
In crunch time, not when it was 14-5. No, he was scoring when it was tie game, 1-goal game. Yeah. And he scored big goals.
Power slammed that fucking giant guy down onto the ice there.
I hate to pump his tires, and I hope he doesn't listen to this, but I know he will.
He will.
Yeah, yeah. But guy had a game.
Yeah.
He was throwing the body around. He was a presence out there, drops a hat trick, has a fight. Like, what more do you want from your captain?
He was awesome.
What more?
Nothing.
No.
Player of the game.
Jesus Christ, his head will be like a water balloon and won't be able to get in the door at the rink on the 26th.
Saturday night last
Let's bring up what's coming up.
Don't forget. What?
On the 26th. Home game.
Oh, home game. Yeah. We'll get all that posted up on Facebook, too. We got a local boy coming back to town. Is he playing for sure? Do we know that? Cole Bolton?
Why'd you have to ask me that? I don't know, but I was telling everybody he was.
Okay. You better be right.
Dave said.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting. And another startup team.
I love that Cole Bolton.
Oh, yeah.
Great kid.
Yeah.
Absolutely fabulous.
Well, I played Thursday nights over in Marmora with your dad and that crew for a long time. And Mike was there, Bolton, his old man. And Cole come out and played with us a few times too, right?
Cole had no choice but to be a good man. That Mike.
Yeah. He'd make you one no matter you wanted to or not.
Oh, man.
The fucking stories the man can tell.
You see Blondie in that dressing room, that big blonde hair, you know you're going to be smiling at some point in the night.
Yeah. Well, we'll see him at the rink, I'm sure. But
his telemarketer story might be one of my favorites.
Oh, my God, yeah. It's long, too.
Yeah, it's good, but he can tell her.
You can't not. You're into it. You're intrigued. You're like waiting.
Yeah,
to see what happens next.
I got to play a lot of hockey with Michael because of the relationship him and my father had with the Harlow Hawks.
Mm-hmm.
Then when we got in the Saturday Night League, Dad played with us, and Mike Bolton also did. Okay. So, as an 18-year-old, I got to also play hockey with Mike. And, those were some years I cherish. And I tell you, Cole had no choice but to be an absolute goddamn beauty.
Yeah. So that'll be good.
Yeah. What a family.
And that's next Sunday.
Next Sunday. At
home.
2:30.
November 26, 2:30.
Yep. Remember, guys, if you can.
Bay.
I know times and inflation and stuff's crazy anymore, but if you can spare, the food bank's going to be there every home game. So, just bring a non-perishable if you can and drop her in the box because every little bit helps, guys.
Yeah, you got that right, Brooksy. Every little thing does help. Yeah,
with today's society and the price of inflation, if you can spare something, guys,
spare it.
Drop her in the bucket, and it's going to help somebody. It's getting close to Christmas, so
that'll be a good game because I watched a little bit and they look all right. Barry's Bay.
Oh, Barry's Bay's a real deal, Sue.
And the crowd.
Hey,
they get big crowds too.
They're the closest thing you're going to find to the Tweed Oil Kings, I think.
Yeah, big crowd and the bar. They run their bar till
1 a.m.
1 a.m.
I wish we could do that.
I wish we could.
Ever since we lost the hotel, we need a spot to get pissed up.
Spend the night there. Bring a teepee. Okay, you never know.
You never know.
So that'll be exciting. That's next Sunday at 2:30. Okay, and then
super.
I think the Campbellford Cowboys are here.
Ladies and gentlemen, all right.
All the way from the beautiful downtown Campbellford, it's the Campbellford Cowboys. Yeah! We'll get them all settled in here. We get them one headphone at a time and a jack. And we got one guy here, Mr. Joe Crothers.
Hey, boys. Thanks a lot for having me again.
Oh, great to be back. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Always great to have you in here, Joe, and you brought the better half with you. We got our main man, Eli, here.
Eli's back in the house.
Chaperoning.
Yeah, I got the pride of the Crothers family chaperoning us.
The one
tonight.
they're proud of, yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes,
that's right. Exactly.
Yes. And sitting beside you, number 26, Elijah Brahaney.
Hey, brats.
What's going on?
Welcome to the den, kid.
Pleasure to be on. Big fan of the Oil King podcast. Not sure if you guys know that, but dedicated listener, so happy to be here.
Oh, look at that, eh?
I'm blushing.
Oh, me too. Oh. And last but not least, who's our third guest here?
To his left, new acquisition also for the Tweed Oil Kings, Dylan Ingram.
Hey. Good day, fellas.
Okay, and guys, we're going to get some housekeeping out of the way right now.
Yeah.
From now on, Ingram's Pickles. So, guys, we're not going to call him Ingram anymore. So, when we talk about Pickles, you know who we're talking about.
There you go.
He's got one name. He goes by one name only.
Pickles. We got to know what that means.
Yeah, let's get right into that. Right off the How'd that nickname come to be, if you can tell that?
Well, so when we were in Pee Wee, playing in for the good old Campbellford Colts, we had a coach that made sure everyone on the team had a nickname, and that was like part of how he got like the team together. And it's kind of hilarious because most of the nicknames are still stuck around. So I don't know how old you are when you're playing Pee Wee.
Like, what are you, 10?
Yeah. So 20 years later, most people still have that same nickname.
He's good at throwing a handle on a man then.
Yeah, but so like being Dylan, like my sister, I think, called me Dill Pickle, which I always hated, just like chips or something, right?
Yeah.
And then sure enough, it went to Pickles. So the coach heard my sister call me Dill Pickle, and then it was Pickles, and then it's just been Pickles ever since. So.
And now you know the rest of the story.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Hey. Okay. So we're blessed. We're blessed, but I think we need to start off with the architect of this whole thing. And over the summer there'd been a lot of goings on, and Shelley and Kudo, and them deciding to play in the WOW show.
Yep. The WOW show.
Yeah. So our main man Joe here was getting mentored and groomed by none other than GM Johnny Desjardins. And look at the talent that he brought us.
You know what? I got to give Joe some kudos here because he brought a couple cherries, boys. That's for sure. So hey, you get the machine gun applause.
Gangsta.
Hey, thanks.
Good job.
Thank you.
Good job.
No, so how'd that all come to be?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I've always been like kind of guy, like I like to play with my buddies, and I'm
whoa, Joe.
I like
hockey. Okay. Yeah.
sports in general.
Yep.
And I'm kind of selfish. I like to play on a good team, so I like to make sure you got good guys around you. But I guess I don't know where it would have started with Elijah. I guess he just we played junior together, junior C and Absolutely, and he's obviously an incredible hockey player. So
Yeah,
he's and he was at school at Laurier, so he was moving back to Campbellford, and I thought, well, there's some good talent that he still wants to play good hockey, and kind of it was pretty easy with him. Not much really convincing going on there.
That's good.
And then with Pix, well, obviously both of them have been my friend for life, and
They
Dylan
deserve
is more
a fucking medal.
Yeah.
Pix is more
That's a hard thing to do. I would
Elijah's buddy.
day in and day out kind of shit. But yeah, go ahead, Joel.
Yeah, and he wasn't really sure if he was going to really want to play or not because he works in Cornwall, so it's
Who, Pickles?
Yeah.
Quick question. Did you guys play together before? No, like on the same line?
Us? No.
Yeah, like together?
No, never.
Oh, that's impressive.
I don't think I've ever played like a
We played in the
organized
4-on-4 tournament last Christmas.
You guys work good together, man.
Yeah, no, it's
To you.
Yeah,
It's a lot of fun
Fargy
out
over
there.
there.
Yeah,
Two
Fargy,
great-
We're not
that's
messing
Kid
with
Line
that.
2.0.
Yeah, two
Yeah,
really
for
good
sure.
hockey minds,
Yeah.
and both Laurier boys too. But they'll get into that. Anyways, so yeah, we're kind of just like joked about it a bit, and kind of were talking. And he's obviously Dylan's a big sports guy in general too, and I don't know, we were probably at my cousin's drinking and got chatting about it. And I said, well, you might as well come for a skate. And there's a little story behind that too. He'll tell you, but yeah, it's pretty easy with these guys because they love the game and they just want to play good hockey. And obviously, one ice time with the Oil Kings, everybody wants to play here, right? So
yeah, and I think a big part of it too was Dylan came to a game last year, I think, and that really you could tell. I was standing beside him, and we were watching the game, and the boys are there buzzing, and you could tell Dylan or Pickles was sitting there and thinking, "Oh yeah, I gotta get out there. I gotta get out there." So it didn't take much convincing for him either.
yeah, it's I would say it's pretty common. All of our buddies kind of all want to keep playing in some capacity, and these guys are competitors. So yeah,
Well, you're too good a hockey players to
for sure.
sit on a couch,
Yeah.
boys. Holy
Yeah,
Christ.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't really have to do anything at all other than just
Ask.
yeah, and just tie their skates and tape their sticks. So, yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good stuff.
Well, you also, Joe, brought us Matt Willoughby, Matt Funk.
Yeah, two guys that played junior with it as well, and same thing, like just
They
guys.
sound like they should be in a fucking band.
Yeah.
Funk and Willoughby.
Yeah, let's do a
Traveling Funk
poster
and
with them.
Willoughbys. Yeah.
With acid, like tie-dye behind
tie-dye
them.
shirt and shit.
Yeah.
yeah,
Good
they're
band names.
yeah, they're beauties too, real good characters, and
Yeah,
same-
great guys.
Yeah, same thing. We just kind of I just reached out to them and just said, hey, would you be interested? And obviously, like I said, you just do one skate with our team, and it's pretty easy to
Yeah, it's a good bunch of guys to
yeah,
come
just
across.
great organization in general, and yeah.
So
that-
there you go, folks.
Yeah, lead into that.
After
actually.
20 years, we know who our future GM's going to be.
Oh, Gentleman Joe.
Yeah.
Sure.
Johnny's been grooming him.
Yeah, for sure. So with what Joe just said, boys, I'll start with Dylan first. Pickles, sorry. I guess we'll do that. Pickles, fuck. What's it like, the transition into the room with the guys?
Oh, it was awesome. Yeah. So the story was basically Joe was bugging me to come out, and I was like, yeah, I love playing hockey, so I'll come out for a skate. And
Yeah.
I'd been doing some running too. Like I was pretty out of shape for the last few years, and I kind of got back into shape, so it helped out. I was like, okay, perfect. I'll come out for a skate. And I literally brought $20 because I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna pay for ice time.
your ice time?
Usually
Yeah.
for tryouts or whatever, they always collect some money. So I was like, all right, $20, no big deal here. And then by the time I got home that afternoon, I think every guy on the team had brought me over like a team beer and was like introducing themselves.
Yeah.
So they brought one for me and one for them. And next thing you know, I was like cross-eyed walking in the door, just like a member of the family. Chuck sent me home with 2 bottles of special stuff.
Oh, that crazy shit over there.
Jackie.
Yeah.
What's
So-
that called?
Cross-eyed moonshine.
One sip and
What the fuck?
Come to the practice with $20 in your pocket.
Yeah.
Come home
go
with
home,
$20 in your
twisted
pocket.
sister with
but
20
just-
bucks.
crippled.
Yeah, just crippled.
Welcome.
But yeah, no, it was awesome, and you know what? Such a great group. Like Joe had kind of like explained it a couple times, but you know, you're still a little cautious. And but after like one skate, it was only probably like 2/3 of the team or whatever. But I was just like, oh yeah, these guys are unreal, and it was awesome. I knew right away. I was like, oh yeah, I'll fit right in, and it's been a blast ever since. So.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
so it was for the fans that don't know, it was a bit of a different path for Pickles than it was Bratz.
Yeah.
Bratz come to us in the summer, and he's like, oh, I'll come out for a tryout. And I did my homework. I scratched the pavement and, talked to a lot of people. And they're like, sign that kid. Don't even make him try out. So I was like, we'd lost a few people. So we signed Bratz right in the summer.
Yeah.
And then Pickles comes out there. And Chris Hunt, Johnny, and all them were sitting at the top. And they'll tell you this story, Pickles. And I think it was, 45 minutes into the first skate and maybe a little bit of the scrimmage and your patience with the puck. And I just looked up at, you had a shift the one time, and I just looked up to Fly and Johnny, and they're nodding back, and I'm like, you fucking sign him. So, it didn't take me much time to figure out that you were going to be sticking around quite a while, buddy. And I just want to thank you two guys. Great additions to the hockey club.
Oh, for sure.
Love the way you carry yourselves and like the way you operate, boys.
Yep.
So
thanks, boys. Appreciate it.
And what about you, Bratz? What did you think about when you come in and met the boys?
Oh yeah, it was pretty fun right away. I mean, Joe talked about it a lot, and obviously it's a lot different atmosphere than the junior, obviously, right?
Yeah.
So I was fresh out, like my overage year in junior C was last year, so finished that year out and kind of took a little bit of time to decide if I wanted to keep playing. And Joe was bugging me every day to come out and sending me Johnny's number, and I, he was checking in throughout the summer and everything. But once I decided I was going to for sure be coming back to Campbellford, and it's hard not to keep playing, and especially where you feel like your game's at a good spot coming out of junior and everything, right? So, I come into the room that first practice, pretty nervous, getting in there, don't know anyone, even Murray, he's a Campbellford guy, but like older than me, and I don't know him too well, right? Always a well-respected guy, and you play a couple games against him in men's league tournaments and stuff. But he came up, he sent me a text actually in the summer, just welcomed me to the team and everything, and then came up, shook my hand, and introduced me, make me feel comfortable at that practice. And
that's great.
Might have been my worst practice in the last 10 years. I think I couldn't stick handle. I was nervous to be out there. And Pickle sat me down. He's like, just play out there, Bratz. Like, you're all right. Like, you know how to play. You'll be fine out there. And then once we got to the scrimmage, me and him started going out there 4-on-4 and just kind of settled in. But just even the characters we got in our room, just welcome you to the team. It's unbelievable. All walks of life in that room, but
ain't that the truth?
So like just welcoming and make you feel at home right away. And I think that's a big reason for like why everyone wants to keep coming back and playing, right?
Now all the other thing that I think people would maybe want to know about, or just to understand, was like, you've played some hockey over the years, all of you. I mean, everybody has. Some of us have, some of us haven't, but whatever, it's all good. What was it like when you came out onto the ice for that Center Hastings game, when you saw those people there at this stage of your life, like playing the game? What was pretty overwhelming?
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I think the only time that I played like any hockey like with that kind of crowd, like any hockey with that kind of crowd, was a couple All Ontario games in Campbellford, where it's just so packed. There's like people standing on top of people. And I'm thinking, like, this is our, first or second home game?
Yeah.
And the place is just packed.
That's what's crazy.
But, yeah, it's kind of funny. So, like,
welcome to the shit show. Buckle up.
With Joe and I and Bratz, like, those two are, like, I guess, 8, 9, 7 years younger than me, something like that. And so I didn't.
A bit of an old dog, are you?
But
been around the block.
I basically just never played with them before, and they're kind of a little more new school, so they like go out and run before the game and kind of stretch and stuff like that. So I jumped on the bandwagon, trying to
put your beer down. Hold my beer. I gotta go run with these young fuckers.
Put down the putters, eh?
Yeah, try to get the Fountain of Youth fired up here, and so every game we've been doing that. So then the game against Center Hastings, I don't know what is it, like an hour and a half before we're actually gonna start playing the game, we're there and we go outside. There's already people like filing in.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, this is a little interesting. We go out, stretch, come back in. There were so many people we couldn't actually get back in. They were lined up to basically Tim Hortons already, trying to get into the rink. I was like, it's like an hour before the game. What is going on here?
Yeah, that was some voice.
Fifth game of the season.
Yeah, it was. I was telling Super earlier in the pod, and you guys hadn't arrived yet, that I think 6 to maybe 9 people at the end of the first asked for their money back. And, I'm sitting there going, what? What do you want your money back? They're like, this is amazing. We want to be here, but we can't see. We can't get in anywhere to, like, there's so many people here that we can't get any real estate to see the ice. You know, we're going to go listen to it, you know, on the broadcast 2 days from now, but can we have our money back? Because we can't see.
Yeah, it's crazy. It was nuts.
Welcome to Tweed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
And then Bratsy, that must have been pretty cool for you, like getting 3 right away.
Oh, yeah. And the one...
that fourth goal.
The one when you picked the puck up at center ice behind you and scored down low and Horny didn't even move. Was that the tying goal, or was that was the go-ahead goal in the second period?
I think that put us up 4-3.
I think it was
4-3.
4-3.
Yeah,
Well,
and you jumped into the glass,
Yeah.
and everybody was around. That place was going Lulu and Lotus Land.
I don't shy away from a good celebration.
No,
Fucking right,
we like
especially
that.
in that moment,
No.
kid. Run with it.
Yeah.
No,
that was a beauty.
that was pretty sweet. I know coming off the bench, and Pickles gave me a little chip pass to
Yeah.
me. Sent me
Yeah,
alone.
nice little chip
Always
off
make
at
the right
blue
play.
line.
Got to shout him out for the little things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And yeah, went down there, and actually it's funny. So Joe and Elijah's mom, Wendy, so she was at the game, Wendy and Pete, and I was talking to Joe's brother, Caleb, last weekend. I was over at their place, and so I, put the sword away, twirl the stick, put it away, jump into the glass. Like that was a big goal, I thought.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, it was.
like to celebrate, get the crowd, and
I just seen Ovi jumping in, banging the glass, and everyone shaking it. I'm like, let's go. We just popped the lid off this bitch. Good night, Marmara.
Yeah.
And Caleb's like, Wendy, just the whole game, she goes, I just love that celebration that Elijah had. I loved it. Did you see that, Caleb? Caleb, did you see that celebration? I loved it.
And my mom, or our mom, I should say, she's not like really big into coming to games. She doesn't like the roughness or anything like that.
Oh,
and
fair enough.
But yeah, to have us all 3 there, that brings her out, and just little things like that.
Well, that's what the club's about.
Yeah,
that's what this is all about, boys. We're gonna make a run at this bastard, but one of the most important things too is what you boys do for the community, and just the town.
Yeah.
It's second to none. Yeah. So thanks, you pricks.
Yeah, well, I've got some good material. I've been kind of busy at work, which sucks because it takes away from me doing stuff. But I got some good videos to make some good highlights. I just haven't had time to do them yet.
Yeah, easy to put 26 highlight reel together. Right?
Yeah. It's not too hard.
Yeah, I was leading the league at one point, Junior?
Yeah.
I know that's what keeps me around, I think.
Eh?
I said that's what keeps me around. Just bringing good players.
Yeah.
Every time Brad scores, I just think to myself, that'll give you another.
That was me, Johnny.
Yeah.
That'll give me another game.
Don't forget, I brought them here. I brought them.
Yeah.
I'm playing.
Yeah.
Oh, you've been playing good, Joe. Don't sell yourself short. Holy jumping.
Don't want to hear any of that.
No.
We got the utmost faith in you, Junior. So. Next thing on the topic, I think we might as well hit the boys one-on-one.
Yeah.
So
let's do a
Pickles. You're up first.
Yeah.
All right. People want to know where you were born and raised, mom, dad, brothers, sisters. Shout out family. Where you played your minor hockey, and I guess everybody knows how you got to the club now. Is old Joseph, GM Joe.
Yeah, but Pick's
Little GM Joey.
Interesting story behind that though. Just his past career.
Yeah, so
and what you do for a living. So Pickles, here we go. This is you. This is your moment here. Tell us, who are you?
Yeah. Who is Pickles?
I feel like I'm on like the psychiatrist couch right now.
Yeah.
Tell me everything.
Just kick your legs out on the boys.
There's nothing offside. You can tell me everything.
So born and raised in Campbellford. I really grew up with the Crothers gang. So Elijah and I are the same age. And then Caleb and Joe, good buddies with them too. And their first cousin Douglas.
Okay, so I'm going to time out real quick here.
Yeah.
My wife, her cousin lives in Campbellford. First cousin, Joe McEwen.
Yeah.
You hang out with him too?
Yeah, love Joey.
Oh, okay, there you go. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, so actually Elijah and Douglas are both getting married this summer, and like all the boys are kind of like in each other's wedding
that's
parties
cool.
and everything. So
Hey, for the wedding.
For the wedding.
What are you fucking thinking, boys?
Yeah.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
But Joe being one of our good pals too. So basically, I'm Elijah and I are the same age. Joe would be a year younger.
Yeah.
And then Douglas would be a year older. But luckily, Joe being so good at hockey, he always played up
don't
with the
pump
boys.
his stars.
Yeah, I'll pump
Jesus
Joe's
Christ.
stars. I
Look
love
him
him.
right off the
Great
bat,
dude.
See him over
He
there
doesn't
perked
need
right
any
up?
confidence.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Joe McEwen. Don't get it
Joe,
confused.
Joe McKeon.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I was thinking old brothers over here.
I
Okay.
did too.
Okay,
Joe
keep going.
Mack. I told Joe that you got me laughing. Joe Crothers, that is. Luckily, we don't have to shout anyone out on this podcast because he did it all on his podcast before. So everybody in Campbellford was shouted out. We're good to go.
Except I actually,
Shout out Mac Giles.
yeah,
He didn't get one last night.
I apologize. Our good friend, he's in the armed forces there out of Kingston, and he's one of my best friends, and these guys buddies too. And
Yeah, I like Mac.
yeah, he was.
Thank you for your service, Mackie.
Yep, for sure. Thanks for your service.
By the way, Mackie.
Applause, but
Come on, Super. Let's go, man.
Anyways, thanks. Yeah, go.
But yeah, so played minor hockey in Campbellford. I was the one story that I kind of wanted to tell about minor hockey. Basically, was actually Joe and Elijah's grandpa ran like the Tykes program for a lot of years, and their aunt Barb, who would be like Douglas's mom, she was part of it too, and then their dad Pete, and their grandpa Jim was such a beauty out there. He had like these old leather skates for the longest time, but then he got like old enough that he ended up going out there with like spikes on his boots and was still teaching the kids. Like, we're talking an absolute Renaissance man. Their grandpa.
Gamer boys.
Oh yeah. He would like teach kids how to read at the school and like go in, take soup into the school, and like just an absolute Renaissance man. So that's the kind of stock. That's why they're who they are, right? Because they come from that kind of stock. So, yeah, real beauty of a guy. But yeah, so we ended up
met him.
Yeah, really, really good dude. But so yeah, we ended up winning all Ontario. I guess I pretty much just played in Campbellford all the way through, and
Nothing wrong with that. I'm Tweed all the way through here, Pickles.
We won when we were in Pee Wee, and we lost in the finals in Bantam, and then we ended up winning all Ontario in Midget too, which was pretty cool. That was a fun one.
Not a big deal.
Yeah.
No.
So,
Oh, there we go.
Good.
Teammates.
good age group. But yeah, and then I really didn't play any junior. Like, I played maybe a little bit for the Rebels, but pretty much no junior. And then played senior hockey with Douglas, who I was their first cousin.
So Mac, would you been around Mac's age, Mac Giles?
No.
He's like Pix has got 5 years on me, right, Elijah? You have 5 years on me.
Something like that. Well, we're 93s.
Yeah, he's a 93, and I'm at 2000, and he's an 01.
Oh, okay,
So, yeah,
okay.
it's a big-
Because I just wondered, because I coached the
yeah.
Tweed juvenile teams back then, and we had a war. A war. We ended up winning the All Ontario that year in 2018, but we had a 5-gamer against Campbellford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
We were
think
there. Me and Joe were there.
Yeah, we
watching
were
that
in the stands.
OT
Play-
game.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
OT.
Yeah, you nailed that.
Talked
On-
about
on
that
like a-
goalie. What was his name? The
Phil
goalie.
Boyven.
Phil Boyven, best juvie goalie I've seen in a long time.
For sure.
Yeah, so like that's way like Pix would have 4 years on Phil, so that's
Oh, okay.
No,
yeah, so quite a bit older than the
Yeah.
boys.
Yep.
Actually, older enough that like I guess I'll say my mom and dad. So my dad's Al and my mom's Rose, two lovely people, real like salt to the earth. Both like grew up kind of dairy farmers and
Oh,
just, like,
nice.
unreal, like hard workers and carrying on. But my dad coached soccer for many years and like coaches in hockey and stuff too. But the reason I bring up the soccer is because Bratz's brother is the same age as my younger sister, Madison.
Yeah.
And so Bratz and his brother both played soccer with my younger sister, Maddie. And Bratz being, what, are you 2 years younger than your brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he got the call up as just like a tiny young lad.
Whippersnapper.
Yeah. And because you don't, like, I'm sure his parents were like, he's good enough to play, and we don't want to go to the soccer field twice.
Hell yeah, I love that.
He
Good
played
thinking,
up-
Mom, Dad.
Yeah, he played up with his brother. So my dad, and like I would help my dad coaching because I was, I guess, like 6 years older than my sister. So
So you slapped around these little bastards.
yeah, we'd coach them, but that's like as close to playing together in like sports as we got before we kind of playing for Tweed here. So
Alan Rose.
yeah, Alan Rose.
All
See
right.
see how he slides that in there so fast, Joe? You got to learn to do that, eh?
Yeah.
Playing with each other in sports.
Yeah.
See how quick it transitions.
Yeah, the only other time we would have probably played sports together is in the basement of our house, eh, Pix?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the basement that time we had no shirts on, remember?
I thought I said
The lights are off.
Lights were off.
Yeah.
And we had Chuck's leather mask with the zipper on it.
What's this red ball for? What do we do with this? No, go ahead.
Yeah, and then with Joe, like him being quite a bit younger too, yeah, same deal. Like we'd pretty much only ever play like some pond hockey out behind Murray's house. Or
So did you play pond hockey against Murray too then?
You know what?
Or no?
A little bit, but
The snowbank bully.
yeah, exactly.
That's what we heard.
Yeah, but Murray is just that much older, where I'm kind of in the same boat as him.
I love it. I love it. You hear that, Cap?
Yeah.
Well, not in a bad way, but
Oh,
you know,
yeah, good save. Good
Fact's
save.
a fact.
yeah, and then especially Murray being a good hockey player, like he was already out of
Oh, here we go. We're padding it.
out
now.
of Campbellford as a young
Tummy
lad,
sticks.
right? So, but yeah, so that's kind
Yeah,
of
Murray's a
the
beauty
deal.
pickles.
But
And
yeah,
siblings, you said you got a sister. What else?
Yeah, two sisters, both younger than me, and Kirsten is a midwife in Cambridge there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, real smart, lovely young lady, and my sister Madison is just going through law school at Queen's,
Nice.
and she's a lovely young lady too.
All right, we're gonna get Tweed Oil King's lawyer. We like to get in shit.
yeah, criminal. Or
You know what? I think I've already introduced BMO to her, so we're good
yeah,
to go there.
Bimo might need her. Yeah. He's on speed dial. That's good stuff.
BM.
And then I might have missed something, but you played all your minor hockey in Campbellford, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then I didn't really play too much more hockey, other than I went out to Alberta working. Their cousin was living out there, and he got me to come out there. Said like, "Oh yeah, there's like I could work out there." So I ended up buzzing out there to work, and then it was like kind of like a 4-month plan.
Okay,
and then
yeah.
I was out there for about 9 years.
Oh my
Yeah, and the first year when he was still there, we actually played senior hockey in Edson. And I think I still had maybe like 2 years of junior eligibility when I was playing senior hockey there. Just like I didn't really play any junior, and then that was the local team. There wasn't a junior team, so played senior with Doug, and we had a lot of fun out there. And then this is 2014 maybe, and that was the last time I played like competitive hockey. So
Really?
yeah, had a bit of a layoff before.
So 2014 to
Wow, you could have
2023.
bullshitted me.
Yeah. So
But you've been playing.
yeah, just like men's league.
Yeah.
and
Shout out
so.
the Kings of the Thursday Night League. Back-to-back champs, me and Pickles.
So
That's Campbellford local league there, Brats.
Yeah, we play Thursdays in Workworth.
on
yeah.
that note, then was
The girls' team didn't win this year.
Hey man, I'm talking over here.
I'm just chirping.
On that note, from 2014 to 2023, the contact part, has that been difficult or easy to just remember?
You know what? Not too bad, because I'm pretty good at getting some people pissed off out there on the ice, so I got to keep my head up even in men's league.
Yeah.
He
So,
prefers
it
he
works
prefers contact.
Yeah.
He plays the same way he does for Tweed in men's league.
So
Brad.
it's not a big transition then.
Well, Bratz always says him and I work super well together, because if you get out there with somebody that's a similar style, sometimes you're taking up the same lane, or you're kind of in a place, and
Need the yin and yang.
I can't find my way out of a corner, and Bratz can't find his way in.
Into it.
So it works perfect. It works perfect.
That's people say I'm a 180-foot hockey player everywhere but the corners.
There's no fun in there, Brats.
No.
Hard to score goals from in there.
Yeah, I've seen you have to stick up for him too. So that's good too.
Yeah, you come run to his aid in the Marmor
a
game.
couple times. Gan too.
I need it.
Yeah. We all
That's
do.
what this club does. We stick up for each other.
Yeah.
We're one family.
And then
Fuck with one of us, you mess with us all.
Yeah.
Center.
And what do you do for a living then?
So I work for a pipeline company.
Nice.
Yeah, so the boys were kind of saying before, I am sort of based out of Cornwall,
Ching ching.
but we work all the way along the 401 from Cornwall to basically the edge of our area is Coburg.
Yep.
But I got transferred back with the company there from Alberta, so
Oh,
I knew it was
back to home.
Yeah.
Oh,
and,
that's
You got a back
sweet.
door.
yeah. I kind of knew that it was always possible, so that's why I stuck it out there, because it's a pretty good gig. Like,
Yeah,
it's
they
a
probably
gas
said you could
utility.
probably get back in a year, and then you were there for 9.
Yeah, not quite, but yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been a lot of fun to be back around, and very thankful to get to play with Tweed. Like, I didn't really understand kind of what the
you were
team was all
getting
about.
into?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Joe was saying about the game. I think that was a game where the boys might have taken about 550 penalty minutes against Deseranto.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah, BMO had a real, like, he got pretty heated up at one point, and the boys and actually their dad Vern there, he goes, "Oh, Pickles, you got the itch to play, don't you? I said, I do, Vern.
That's her dad, Pete. That's the nickname for him.
Yeah, Vern. Yeah, so that was kind of funny, but.
Well, boys, I'm glad you brought that up, Pickles, because that's something I'm proud of this year. So when you think about last year, Super, and you rewind the hands of time, what did we start? 0-3. Won our first game in Glengarry. And we were what?
Overtime.
And we were what? Halfway through the season? The most penalized hockey club in the EOSHL.
We were.
This year, when you look at our penalty minutes, very, very proud.
4, 5, 6 games in.
6 games in. I think we are, the 4th least penalized team
there you go.
In the EOSHL. There you go, boys. That's how we win hockey games. A little more discipline this year.
Gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lady Bing winners, eh?
Dust off the Lady Bing, baby. It's coming home with us.
Fucking choir boys.
Don't ask what award you get off the ice, eh?
Yeah. No. Don't look at the penalty minutes in the Marmor game.
Yeah, no.
But that was good hockey. Good game.
What, the Marmor one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Till the second period halfway through, then it was
8
over.
goals.
Yeah. But anyhow, we don't need to keep beating that horse. It's been pounded silly.
We talked about it earlier on.
Yeah, I had a grind my gears moment. Busting my balls with Brooksy.
Busting my balls with Brooksy.
It was all the chirping in the summer we had received. I had to answer finally. After you boys answered on the ice, of course.
We didn't do anything.
Let her play talk first.
Yeah.
But, all right.
Let's get into
I got one more question for Pickles. Yep. Because the ladies want to know. I already know the answer.
Here we go.
Single. Do you have a missus you want to shout out, Pickles? Now's the chance.
You boys are trying to get me in trouble over here. Yeah, I have a young, lovely young lady named Alex that we're dating, and she's been to the garage, guys. She gets my stamp of approval. Good girl. Yeah, I knew the answer, Pickles, but I had to break the girls' hearts out there. All right. So, Soup.
Brats.
Yep.
Where you from? Where you been? Where'd you come from? What are we talking about here? Mom, dad, brothers, cousins, uncles? Gee, we don't need to get any brothers.
Tell Uncle Brooksy everything.
Let us hear it all.
Born and raised Campbellford, Ontario.
Jesus Christ.
Live on a farm there. Just kind of like a hobby farm now, cash crop now. My grandpa was a farmer, lived on the same road as us, so my dad grew up there, and we just moved about 3 doors down. My parents bought that place. We've been there my whole life. Grew up playing Campbellford, Ontario, Campbellford Colts. Probably had skates on around the pond, 3 years old. My parents had me in them pretty early, just
nice.
Itching to get out there. I always loved it as a kid, and that's right. Give him a microphone.
They were always sharp too.
Did you get caught, Eli?
My parents, my dad used to run a skate sharpening business.
Now we know the rest of the story. Okay.
Brat's blades.
Stay sharp.
Stay sharp.
Let's go.
So if you ever need to get a hold of my parents, that's still their email address. So.
Oh really? I love it.
Find it. Yeah.
Brat's blades. Stay sharp. Is the business still going?
No, we sold it, which we got too busy for it, but my dad's like all the skate sharpeners we paid for our whole life.
Yeah.
Might have been nice to have it. We still got a sign up though. You ever drive by the place, you'll see it. So.
Take a picture when you go home. We need to put it on the Kings page. So did the business keep the name Brat's Blades?
No, I think we just sold like the skate sharpener, but like he had a little pro shop. I was real young at the time. Like I don't remember too much of it, but
yeah.
He had like a little pro shop in there. And,
love that shit.
Yeah. So it was pretty cool. But so I played my first organized like coach. Like I went through the IP program or whatever with Joe's family, and then my first ever coach in novice was none other than Pete Crothers.
Oh, burn!
And so I got to play with Joe every other year, so he's a year older than me.
Sorry
so
to hear that.
When
that's tough.
we had a pretty good squad, so it was a ton of fun. I mean, anytime we came around this neck of the woods, Tweed or Center Hastings, we always pumped them.
Yeah, that's the younger ages. That's the younger ages, because I tell you, you weren't coming into Tweed my day.
The Center Hastings team was good. Like, that's a bunch of the guys I went and played Quinny with, Dalton Bancroft, Keegan Hunt. Like,
Well, that's
guys.
why they banded together, brats.
Yeah.
They took Marmor Madoff
Yeah.
so they could beat Tweed or compete with us.
Yeah.
Because for 8 years in a row, the only team that come out of Eastern Ontario in my age group was the Tweed
Is that
Hawks.
right, eh?
Yes,
I
sir.
thought Tweed always went down like.
Yeah, the D.
Hey, I'm
Yeah.
1980.
They do now?
1980, boys.
Yeah.
They played hockey back then, bro?
Come on, Pickles.
Yeah.
Don't make me strap them on.
Yeah.
So yeah, we played that first year novice with Pete as our coach, and I guess you only win the Eastern Ontario's or whatever this
Yeah,
year.
they only
so
go
we-
halfway, right?
So we won that, and then so we had Nate Dunkley, good player, first rounder to the O, and Matt Sherwin. Like, we had a real good. He was drafted to Owen Sound too, so good squad out of Campbellford, Ontario.
That's
Like, I think
alright,
we
eh?
had 7 or 8 guys that went on to play.
Bit of a hotbed.
Went on to play AAA at some point.
Yep.
So a lot of fun playing with those. We actually had the Stoltzes too back then.
Liam and
Liam and Noah both
yeah,
played
good
with us.
boys.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Liam
like the
plays for
Stoltz
now.
brothers.
Yeah.
And they ended
good.
up in
He's a really good
Madoff,
player.
right?
Yeah, they.
Center.
Oh, they're good stock lads.
I think they only played novice. If
Yeah,
that's right, just
yeah.
novice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we lost them, but won another All Ontario in Adam with Joe as well, and then every other year, so he'd either play with me or my brother.
Right.
So like Joe had a really good age group. The 2000
Yeah,
age
he had an
group was
easy
good.
ride, eh?
So every other year, basically,
Coattails.
yeah. I think you win a couple All Ontarios in a row. I think Joe?
Coattails.
Yeah, I think 3.
Yeah, is
Not a big
Is,
deal.
That's a trifecta.
is that good?
That's a big deal. Yeah, yeah.
I think so.
Shit.
Yeah,
Wish
so
I didn't
then
know that.
That's kind of first year Adam. Second year Adam, I went down, tried out in Quinny. Didn't make it that year, so I had to come back and play in Campbellford. But got a lot of. It was a good development year, kind of just come back and know what you're looking for, and then just work hard at it. And went back
First
the
out
next
the
year.
door, power play,
Yeah,
lots of
just-
touches back in your home
Yeah.
center for sure, Brad.
Yeah.
So went back the next year, made it, and played 3 years down there. So kind of like our age group, like a couple of Tweed guys, like Emmett Pierce, like Tweed Oil Kings guys.
Oh,
Emmett
Piercy.
Piercy is
Piercy?
my age, and then same as Jake Campbell,
Love that
Soupy.
guy.
So
Oh, Soup. Wow, we love them.
Both those
Soup,
guys.
man.
those guys are my age, and then like local guys to here, I guess, like Dalton Bancroft was there, Chris
Yeah,
Hunt,
yeah.
or,
Keegan
Hunt,
Keegan, yeah.
Connor
Flies
Kennedy,
young
those,
lad.
and then Bushy he was our goalie a couple years. Brandon
Oh,
Bush.
Brennan?
Oh, yeah.
So
his
it-
father's a fabulous human.
Yeah.
You know
golfed a
how?
lot with him.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. See, we always had good teams. We went to like the Quinny, like in AAA, they have like that tournament for all Ontario, so it's a bit different. But we went to that twice, never won, got silver once, but always a pretty good squad. And then after my third year there, just wasn't really having fun, wasn't playing well, like playing low in the lineup and everything, and decided not to go try out that next year. So came back, played in Campbellford.
Good boy.
For my major Bantam year, and just kind of found my love for the game again. Like,
Yep.
it's tough, right? You're
Yeah,
going.
down
My
there.
parents were great about it too, right? Some like I was worried. Some parents they want you to keep going at it. And I was lucky enough to have parents
Living their dreams through you, right?
Have parents that were just
Whatever
wanted
you
me to
wanted
be
to.
happy, right? Like they
Yeah.
wanted me to play where I wanted to play. So I felt no pressure, easy to come back, and played 1 year and back in Campbellford, and just found my love for the game again. Like I wouldn't be playing for sure anymore if I
Stayed
was
at
doing
it
just-
down there.
Yeah, like so in Campbellford, right? You're driving 50 minutes to an hour
Yeah.
at practices all
Yep.
through the week, and giving up your weekends, and that's awesome if you're loving it. But I wasn't playing good, had no confidence, and
Good on you, Brad.
Yeah.
just
Smart.
decided to come back and had a really fun year playing in Campbellford. It was grade 9, so you're going into high school to play with all your buddies
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Play in front of the girls.
Yeah.
I mean, get a couple of them out to the games.
It's
Something
amazing what those creatures will make you do, eh, boys?
something you just couldn't really do in Quinny, right? So
Yeah.
found all that love for the game again, and found out why I was still playing, and went back, tried out minor midget in Quinny again. Didn't make that team. They had a real good team that year, so went and played in Peterborough for minor midget. And we had an all-right team. We had 7 guys that were cut from Quinny and went to play in Peterborough, and
Right.
first game of the year we beat Quinny 5-2.
Let's go.
So that felt pretty good, especially getting cut from them, whatever,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that was good. And then played major midget in Quinny again. And then I guess that summer, like I signed with Coburg, but
Cougars?
Yeah. So an early signing, and then basically by the time camp came, like I whatever was with them all summer, and me and Joe played in like a development league kind of thing in the summers. And then so we got up to camp and got right to the end of the main camp and made a trade, and my spot kind of wasn't there anymore. So they just kind of tried to like send me down, and I just didn't want to go to Port Hope, so I got a release and went and played North Kawartha. Joe was hounding me because he was already there. So
funny how that works.
I know you can't do anything without him trying to go with you. So then we
you can have worse people leading you astray.
That's right, honestly, so played 3 years in North Kawartha, and we always had pretty good teams and a lot of fun to be able to play with Joe again. And actually Pete was on the bench for our 3rd year there, was it? Or just 1 year, I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
But that's pretty cool, right? My first ever coach, and then my last coach, a junior.
Yeah, that's neat.
Let's go.
It's cool to have it.
Yeah,
Right? We were
like that,
and so we would always drive up together, and we didn't have any fun on those car rides.
Oh, I can imagine.
No fun to be had.
I would tell you the story, but it's all truck talk.
Yeah,
so we can't be spreading those secrets out.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
That's right.
Bratz and my old man they're best buddies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we got a good relationship, and me and Joe just live one concession over. Like I can drive my 4-wheeler across properties.
Like we have a trail.
Oh, yeah.
We have a trail in between.
That's
so
cool.
we rode the bus all the way up. Shared out Ross the Boss Nicholson, our bus driver.
The boss man.
Yeah.
Ross the boss.
Yeah.
Bruce Springsteen.
We got another best friend too, Carden Guerin, who lives just another line over. So it was kind of the 3 of us, and he came to North Kawartha with me too.
That's
I
hilarious.
picked him at a Wellington.
Yeah.
Similar situation, but anyways.
Yeah, so it was just there, and I was lucky enough. I wasn't sure if I was going to mention it, but I guess I might as well. I went to Saginaw Prospects Camp there, the rookie camp or whatever, and then did go to Kingston too. Yeah. So that was a pretty cool opportunity. Like didn't have any expectations or anything, obviously, just a free agent, but it was cool to go out there. And my brother played in Kingston. Like he drafted there.
He was the captain.
And then he was the captain. So that was cool for me to be
when
out
Shane
there.
Wright was there, correct?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They were roommates on the road. So that was cool.
How many years? What's your brother's name?
Yeah, sorry, I haven't been doing very good on the family thing.
Hey, I want mom and dad. Let's give the mom and dad and the siblings.
Okay, so
we're at that point.
Mom Julie, originally a Fisher.
Judith.
Jude.
Yeah, so she's a teacher, Campbellford High School.
Bravo. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. There you go. She's also born and raised. Basically, she was born in London, Ontario, but then moved when she was real young. Lived in Campbellford her whole life. Her dad's a teacher at the high school as well. Was the gym teacher back in the day, and then her
teacher, best job ever.
Coolest guys around, gym teachers.
Absolute legend.
Yeah. Every gym teacher in high school, like the boys are like, yeah, beauty.
I'm gonna interject. So he was coaching. He was a coach of wrestling at the Campbellford High School.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and like tons of OFSA winners out of there. Like unreal program, like legend.
I love it.
So that's my mom's side. Yeah, her mom was a nurse. So then all their families stuck around basically from we got 2 in the Campbellford area of her siblings, 1 in Kingston, 1 in Coburg. So everyone's stayed nice close. We got a real close family, so it's pretty cool.
I like that shit.
Yeah, and then my dad's side, so he grew up on the farm. He's got 1 sister, lives in Lakefield, and then his dad was obviously a farmer. Mom was a nurse. That's the whole thing there. And
oh man, we got a lot in common with the nurses.
I know. So yeah, my dad's Kevin, and he's a teacher too. Shout out to the teachers.
Oh, we're always
teaching the youth.
I know.
Super's married to a teacher. That's how he got so educated.
That's how I got these pearly whites.
There you go.
Pearly whites.
Yeah, they
sugar mama.
They were high school sweethearts. Dated for I think like 9 or 10 years before they got married. Both went to
my man.
Nice.
I made my old lady put in 8 years, boys.
There you go.
Jenny, don't listen to this.
You got to make sure they're right, eh?
That's right. That's right, Brad.
So yeah, they both went to Laurier as well. Like went all the way down there and then came back and lived in our house the whole way up. And then I have my older brother Jacob, who a lot more people know him than they know me around the area. He's a real good hockey player. Played Quinny all the way up and second round pick to the O, went to Vancouver camp. So good hockey player. Played 5 years in the O. Captain his last year.
Where is he now?
He plays at Queens University.
Is this his last year at school?
Could be. he still has more years of
Wouldn't that be something to play on? Go on the line with you and
he's a D man, but
who cares?
Yeah,
he's gonna take Joe's spot, left-handed D man.
I would give him my equipment if he would come and play here.
Oh, there you go.
Who wouldn't want to play with their brother for Christmas? Here's the story. As soon as we signed Elijah there in the summer, it was 5 minutes. I made that post. I got a friend request. From Jacob. I'm undercover, brother. I'm always working, boys.
Friend of the team.
He's a friend of the team. He's been to a couple games and
right on.
I've never actually got to play with him before. So I mean, you never know what's gonna happen, right?
If you play your cards right, Jacob, we might have a card.
Maybe we'll let you come play with us.
Maybe.
We'll see. We'll see what he's doing in the future, where he ends up. Not sure.
We'll give him a tryout. Maybe.
We'll let him.
Yeah, it'd definitely be cool. I might have to get tougher and start sticking up for him, but I think my mom would like that. If I have to fight it, she'd be glad if it was for my brother.
Your brother?
Yeah. And so he's 2 years older.
What's he going to school for?
He's in economics at Queens. He's in his 4th year, but then he only played 3 years of hockey because they had the COVID year they didn't play. So he could stay 2 more years yet. Just trying to figure that out.
So if you play university hockey, are you allowed to play senior A too?
I think so, but it's just pretty. It's real busy, right? Like they got 2 games every weekend, either home or away. So I was up there last night. Had a just check out Kingston last night just to make sure they were having fun.
You gotta make sure everything's on the up and up, brats.
It wasn't much fun, but
yeah, right.
Check it out anyways.
My oldest son's in his 3rd year at Queens.
Ever tell you my Queens story?
If I told you mine ends up with me getting mugged on Sydenham 401 turnoff and sleeping in the ditch
and lighting a hooker's hair on fire.
It was crazy.
Joey Diaz.
It was crazy. It was a crazy night.
Okay,
1990, 91.
Well, I think you got to tell it now.
I'll tell it later.
Let's finish. Truck talk. It's truck talk.
Okay, truck talk.
And then so I have a younger sister, 4 years younger than me, and she was a hockey player too, a real good one too. Played Bearcats all the way up. And
nice.
She went and played like the PWHL, I guess, like the women's junior league.
Yeah, whereabouts?
She played North York.
Okay,
that's cool.
My buddy Clint Cochran from Campbellford.
So
he played.
His daughter Addie's a goalie for Kingston, I believe.
Yeah. So she's a year apart from my sister. I think they definitely played together a couple years ago.
Oh, okay.
Really nice helmet she's got. Have you seen that? The Tragically Hip, her goalie helmet.
Oh yeah, Eli.
I saw a post on Facebook a little while ago.
Yeah,
really nice artwork on her helmet.
That's cool.
R.I.P. Gord.
Yeah, her old man works with me, Clint. Beauty boys. Yeah.
So she's at Queens too. Actually, she's 1st year kinesiology. So they're both down there.
Wow, a lot of brains in your family.
Yeah, I know.
Both of them.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to school at Laurier for business, and then I was in the co-op program. So I basically you work kind of every other semester. So it's pretty cool. And so my concentration was in accounting. So I'm working in Belleville at Impacto in the accounting department now.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
And quick little shout out for some recent news. Me and my brother just bought a Quinny event rental. It's basically an event rental company. So
let's go.
Inflatables.
What kind of inflatables?
Like bouncy castles. We got.
Shit.
No.
Shit. Like Jenny, you hear that? We got an in for the kids' birthday parties. Get the inflatables, and away we go. Do you have adult inflatables?
I was just gonna say, let's branch it out.
We've all tried them. So they go on. Yeah, it's like water slide. Ones, bounce castles, dunk tank, popcorn machine, cotton candy. So
let's shout the business out again. One more.
So it's Quinty Event Rental. Follow us Facebook, Instagram. Just starting out, and if you use code Oil Kings Podcast, you don't get any discount, but at least we know where you're coming from.
I love it.
Well done. Well done. Imagine that, business and economic majors being entrepreneurs.
Yeah, buying a bouncy castle. Now, if I bought a bouncy castle, you could really jazz it up.
Goal, my man.
Boil it all up.
Man.
Get a couple girls in there.
Man.
And have wrestling.
Wow. Like mud wrestling back in the 80s.
Boxing.
There you go.
Foxy
boxing's another good one. Good one.
That'd be a good fundraiser for the team. Mud wrestling, oil wrestling. Let's go, you two.
We're going to get events.
Eli and Super.
We're putting events together.
Mud wrestling.
We'll rent those bouncy castles, goddammit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're my boy, Blue.
That's cool.
We'll get something going. Yeah, for sure. It's more of a summer thing, kind of, right? So next summer I'll send you guys a text and we'll figure something.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I'll make a rental.
Maybe have a Tweed Oil Kings party and get something for the kids, even, eh?
Yeah.
Hey,
might not be a bad idea.
This guy's always thinking. I like this.
Business, eh?
Hey,
So smart.
don't forget about me, Holmes.
Oh, yeah. I got you covered, man. You want to bounce the castle? Well, that's great. So then there's what then? Brother
Brother and a sister, yeah.
sister.
One older brother and younger sister.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, all very good at hockey too, and real brains too. And their old man's an incredible hockey player too.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
He's got a nasty toe drag still to this day.
Does he still play?
He does, yeah. He
Nice.
plays. They play. I don't know. It's not like a league, I guess, but he plays on like a Campbellford men's team, and they do like a traveling kind of like Sterling, Marmora,
Okay.
Havelock. I don't know where all they play, but they just play all those teams.
Yeah,
my-
like I think it used to be like a league, whatever, and then it kind of fizzled out, and I think it's kind of just
Oh,
coming
Oh, it's
back.
like the
Well, my old man used to play with the
Radar
Marmora
Punch.
Old Timers, the TVL Old Timers over in Marmora, and they had old Mickey McMillan from Hastings,
Yeah, yeah.
Dougie Dodds. I'm trying to think some of the other boys from over there, but that neck of the woods.
Yeah,
and
yeah, for sure.
So how old's your dad, Brad?
He's a 72. I don't know if you'd be happy.
Oh, my dad's a lot more ancient. Yeah, they probably.
But yeah,
Another legend. Absolute legend.
yeah. So he's playing once or twice a week, and then my mom curls. She's a pretty good curler.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
all competitors.
Oh yeah, you got to do something to be competitive. She was a basketball player back in high school and everything. So, but yeah, they're just big sports family, right? Like spend all of our time.
So
I don't know how.
Actually, somebody told
Mom-
me, like, who was it? Today, actually, God damn it. So you brought up soccer, Pickles. Did you play soccer?
I did when I was young, but now I play baseball. So
Okay, so do you run fast? Who was it? Oh, Dan Cassidy.
oh yeah. So I played.
Dan told
in,
me you can run like a deer.
like Dan Cassidy,
Yeah,
my
like
buddy
Our
Dan.
Dan, yeah.
I played in
Was because of
Ivanhoe.
Dyson? Did you play with Dyson?
Yeah, I played with Dyson.
Yeah.
We put a team. So like I played soccer till I was in grade 7, and then so I had a late start to baseball, but played 1 year in Campbellford, and then grade 9 I came down and played in Ivanhoe because that was kind of we kind of merged like the Campbellford Springbrook teams into Ivanhoe.
right.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So yeah, like mostly like a decent amount of guys that originally were the kind of local guys to the area, and then we branched out. Like we played for like a Coburg team last year, and but yeah, so I played with Dyson. He's a real good
Oh,
player.
Yeah,
his
he's a
old
good
man
player.
Disco and I are real
Yeah.
thick, real thick. Played men's league together for 20 years. Yeah, was my centerman.
Yeah, he was one of our coaches too.
Oh shit.
Yeah, him and Jamie McCann. Those were our two coaches.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it was always a lot of fun. Nice to have something to do in the summer to
Yeah,
keep you
I
busy.
liked
That's
ball. Eli played a lot of ball. I liked watching ball.
that is one I think commonality between all of us is that in the summers, like obviously you play maybe like a little bit of summer hockey, but we all all had like another sport. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, that we always played. Like
Same here at my age. There was no summer, spring, or fall hockey.
No.
When winter ended, you
Oh, I
played
played
baseball.
ball.
Yeah, and like Dylan is an incredible lacrosse player, and obviously Bratz is a baseball guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Play? Do you play anymore?
You forgot to mention that.
Yeah, that's a
he
violent game.
played at Laurier. Sure.
Oh, you
Yeah,
did?
not a
Oh,
big
yeah.
deal at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, played at a Peterborough.
But you went to Laurier too?
Yeah.
For what?
Well, just for a bit.
Yeah, just for a
Pipelining?
bit.
He
Yeah,
just smart
pipeline.
Till
player.
Christmas?
Just
Yes,
for,
and I would have come home too, Pickles.
Yeah.
Land pipe and
just for
Peterborough.
lacrosse season.
Had a couple years there at Laurier, and yeah, I played at a Peterborough, so that was pretty fun because I played locally just with Campbellford and hockey. So
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah,
you
the
know the
45
Evans
minutes
brothers?
on. Yeah, so funny enough, I played with kind of their younger cousin, and then the Evans brothers that are all unbelievable.
Yeah,
The
two of them
whole
work for
family.
Hydro. I worked with Steve.
Yeah, so I believe is it Scott would
The
also work
oldest.
there? Yeah.
Yeah.
He coached with his dad and then his uncle.
Farty.
Coached
Mark
me.
Evans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark was the head coach.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, because his son's the same age as me, and he was like unbelievable lacrosse player too. I think he's still playing.
Oh, wow.
That's cool.
But yeah, I played with those guys in Peterborough.
Was that like the Brooklyn Redmen or you were with Peterborough with the Lakers junior?
Yeah, just junior. So
Nice, guys.
I actually have never played a shift of summer hockey. I don't think.
No.
Yeah.
It didn't exist when I grew up, boys.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
Yeah, I played a little bit. Like my dad, or like our dad, he ran like a lacrosse program in Campbellford for for a little while.
I think it's important to do that.
Yeah, he was driving me to Peterborough as a youngster to play lacrosse in Peterborough, and then he kind of thought we need something like this around Campbellford. So yeah, they started I think it ran 3-4 years, something like that, just like a local lacrosse league, and it's a ton of fun.
Good stuff.
You played lacrosse, Eli? Yeah.
Yeah, the amount of people too like that come up like to me and like say like, oh, I remember when your dad used to run that Triangle lacrosse, because it was kind of like nobody.
We got a lot in common, Joe. You and I.
Yeah. Around us, like it really wasn't too big of a thing, honestly.
Yeah.
And Dad kind of ran to all ages, like whatever, and. I think we had four real good years, and then whatever.
Your dad sounds like he was pretty awesome for the youth in your community, man.
Yeah, it started with his started with his dad, and I
had a dad just like it. He mentored the power skating program, coached me in hockey for 9 years, coached baseball, and like you said, when you said that Bratz was close with your old man, it strung a chord in just in me, because my house was a hotel. All the boys would come in, and by the time they were in midget, they'd walk in the house, they'd open up the fridge, and then they'd say hi to Mom. That's how comfortable they were coming in the house. And, to have a relationship, with your buddies and your dad, like there's been times I've been waiting for them at my house, and I'm like, boys, where the frig are you? I just stopped in at your old man's on the way by to have one with him first. And that's special, boys. I love that. That's great stuff.
Yeah.
That's very much the Crothers house, eh? Like just all the brothers always having buddies over, and
we got
next thing you know, you got 20 people that aren't Crothers in the Crothers house.
But just back to lacrosse, we just kind of I don't know how it ever came about, but like Elijah says, he was playing in Peterborough, and then my dad got in a bit of an accident, so we stopped, and then I started playing in Peterborough, and I played there for a little while, it was always Dylan, playing there, and I never actually went to see a game. I wish I did. But Elijah went to quite a few of his games and stuff like that, and it was.
My favorite on that team, I think, was Paxton LaRue.
Great. Yeah, he actually played in London, and I think he's the manager at Sticks in Peterborough now.
Good shout out there.
He didn't he play some pretty good hockey too?
Mm-hmm.
You would know.
Yeah, played like pro.
Yeah, he used his hands. That's how he paid his bills, right?
The big.
He's on my radar, boys. I was fed his name in the summer, actually.
The reason Elijah brought it up is because we were playing in the playoffs one year, and he kind of, and not that it took much, but he definitely decided he was going to be angry, and ended up. I think he basically knocked a guy out, and then picked up his helmet and threw it into the crowd.
Yes.
Yeah, it was pretty beauty.
Yeah, that was at the Mem Center.
It was at the Mem Center. On the carpet.
My old man played senior A lacrosse back in like the 80s, late 70s sort of thing, and he's got one lacrosse story. I never played it. I didn't understand it, but it's savages that played that game.
Yeah.
But
I never played either, but it's violent.
He told me the one time they were playing he was playing for Brockville, and he went by the bench, and the one guy yelled at him. He says, "Oh yeah, real tough, you pussy with a mouth guard in." Because back then, not many guys wore mouth guards. This was another guy that told me this story, because my old man would never tell me. Took the mouth guard off, threw it in their bench, and said, "Let's go."
That's nails.
Yeah, he was a savage like that, Bratz. I'll have to introduce you to the old boy. Yeah, he's still not right in the head, but.
Yeah, what a great sport that is too.
Wicked sport.
Yeah, I liked. We used to, when the Toronto Rock first started up, and they were playing in Maple Leaf Gardens. We used to drive up and watch that when I forget when that was, but fucking violent. Like they were, and it was a street fight. And all the guys out there, a lot of the guys that were playing, right? They got paid to play, but they didn't get very much. A lot of them were cops, firefighters,
hydro guys.
Yeah,
I worked with linemen,
and it was good.
And on the weekend, San Jose's flying them in. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I want to say I thought Ty Domi owned that team when they had that, when it was at the Maple Leaf Gardens before. I can't remember, but yeah, it was good games.
Oh, very entertaining too to watch. Pix and I went to a few games. Actually, we went to one of the finals when Toronto won. We were at the final game there, and I don't know.
Yeah,
we were
very entertaining.
14 years old, and Pix and I both had our shirts off, wheeling them in the air every time.
Let's go.
That's what they do in Peterborough, right?
Campbellford's in the house.
Actually, I'll tell this story of my grandpa, because my grandma and grandpa Ingram both just lovely people too.
Yeah.
And so they really,
Bruce and Lois.
Yeah, Bruce and Lois got right into sports and the whole bit.
Right
and
on.
So that we would go to lots of Peterborough Laker games,
Yeah.
senior. And that was especially when the Evans boys, like, just, you can't help but cheer for them. Just such good lads, eh?
Yeah.
And then John Grant Jr. is probably the best lacrosse player in the world at the time,
Yeah.
playing
Yeah.
in local Peterborough.
That's
You
crazy,
get in
yeah.
there for peanuts, and it's a fun time. Anyway.
They still got a following.
Oh, yeah, unreal. Yeah. So there's a huge group of senior ladies that every time they would score, they get up there and they have these bras, and it's like they're not taking them. No, they're not taking them off.
Yeah, but I love old girls that still got her. Let's go.
So they'd swing them around. So we go to all these games, and we'd kind of sit near them and whatever. And then one of the man cups, my grandpa and grandma and our whole family go there, and the first goal goes in, and these, probably 12 senior ladies haven't even got a chance to stand up. But my grandpa's clearly had this all planned out. He got the biggest red bra you've ever seen. He went
like
to
a
like
flag.
the jumbo store. Oh yeah, you could have sailed the ship with this bra that he got.
Parachuted on the court.
He jumped up and he's the first guy, and he's swinging it around. And about 12 of them looked over at Bruce swinging this around and just started dying. They could barely swing the bras that they had brought because he was up there and he thought he was going to throw his shoulder out. He was swinging her so hard.
That's a great story.
Yeah, it was beauty.
So from Laurier, brats,
Yeah.
after you were done at Laurier, you got are you still going through school, or are we done?
No, I'm done. Yeah, I finished just in the summer, just August.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Well, while he was at Laurier, he was playing his final year junior C for Mount Forest.
Yeah.
The Patriots there. And,
Okay.
Yeah, we had a good year too. Won our division, so it's pretty fun year to be your last, right?
Yep.
Yeah, just kind of different going down to a bunch of guys you don't know, right? Like
Right.
Yeah.
I knew two guys from baseball that I met kind of from the summer, but just going into a room where you didn't know a single guy, and it's just classic hockey guys, right? By half hour into the first practice, you're just
Best
friends,
buddies.
Yeah.
right? So it's so easy doing that. That's why I love the sport. But yeah, it was really good last year, and
Well, brats, that's the hardest thing to get away from. After your legs have gone, your mind's gone, it's the room. You can't get away from it. It's infectious. What do you think? I'm fucking here.
No, that part is it's neat. Like, I still do it. Like, so I play Thursday nights in Madoc and Sunday mornings in Tweed. And actually, Brennan is Bush. You mentioned him earlier. He's gonna play for us tomorrow morning because
there you go.
Friggin' Kenny's down south somewhere.
Kenny
but
McKeechin?
for me, being 51 and still playing and still like having fun doing it, it's the room, man. I would so miss the room. But this gives us a chance. Like, if I decided, because I'm getting close, man. Like, when you get up there, I don't want to play when I suck. Like, when you get a little older, you do. I can still do some things, but I can't do what I used to be able to do. So, but I don't want to lose the room. And then being a part of this team and being in the room is just, it keeps you tied into the game of why it's so much fun, right? That's why I asked you guys earlier at the beginning what it was like meeting all the guys, because to me, I don't know about the rest of the league, and I don't really, I don't care about the rest of the league as far as rooms go, but everybody's probably got the same kind of chemistry, but there's just something special about our room that it makes it such an easy transition.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got what we got.
I talked to some other guys, and it does seem like we're a lot closer than a lot of the teams.
Yeah.
And it is just guys that, even the guys that we're trading for and stuff, right? Like, they're just saying, like, it's crazy how close we are as a team. So,
Hey, brats.
Yeah.
teams that are close together win together. So.
Yes.
You nailed her. You took the words out of my mouth, you son of a bitch. The teams that drink together win together. Why do you think I throw so many parties?
We need a good. we need a road trip. We need a bus ride to Barry's Bay, which will be a good one.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun, boys.
They're pretty much we're all caught up on the
might have to
family
come on
stuff.
that one,
right?
Eli.
We're all caught up on the family stuff. Joe, we know about your family, you sexy bastard. We better do something. Because somebody that we know is probably chomping
Chuck's
at
probably
the bit.
gonna come unglued. What time?
He's probably like vibrating right now.
I
What's up,
told him
Chuck?
around 6 We're an hour and 22 minutes late.
We're-
Boys,
we're
hang
gonna-
on to your nipples.
We're going to have to do this, man.
My main man.
We're going to get him on the horn
Here we
here.
go.
It's time for What's Up, Truck, and it's brought to you by... Hello?
Cross-eyed moonshine. One gulp, What up? All right, let's get him on the phone
So
here,
we're gonna get
folks.
Chuck on the phone here because this is a great.
Oh, we got
segment. I
assistant
love this.
trainer Jay Brooks. He phoned in.
Oh,
I got
Jay.
GM Johnny's phoned twice.
Oh, for God's sake!
Do they know we're doing this?
They must.
They probably want to talk to Joe.
I did post some stuff earlier saying that we were gonna do one.
Little GM Joey.
Yeah, no, that is one thing though. I will say those guys are awesome. Like our management and just even the guys around. Like that one of the new guys there, Corey. He works with Elijah.
Oh yeah,
And,
Lazard.
Big Lizzo.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool. Yeah.
Corey just changed jobs with Hydro. He's working out of Tweed now as an
Yeah.
ADAT.
Corey's a good lad.
Yeah, real good dude.
all
Real
beauty.
Oh, amazing.
And his wife Kate, what a firecracker!
Oh,
You want to
yeah.
have a laugh?
Camden.
Talk to that girl.
Yeah, talk about just hockey people in general. They're
Yeah.
they're awesome.
No,
Yeah.
it's great. I could just imagine what Chuck's got.
We ready for this?
Are we ready? Have we got him?
I got him. Here's
Let's see
Kate.
if
And
he's on.
boys, just so you know,
Are you ready for this?
once the dial tone hits, Chuck comes in hot.
Let's look the fuck out.
Yeah.
Make sure you tell Chuck that Elijah's on here with us.
Here we go. Crank your phone. Volume your phone up.
Oh, crank that so no watch me. Good day, sir.
Okay, 1 second. Just sit tight, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for What's Up, Chuck. Brought to you by
Cross-eyed moonshine. One gulp and what's up?
What's Up, Chuck?
Oh, there's a lot up tonight, buddy.
I knew there would be, kid. Let us have it. Hit me with it, buddy.
Right now, the Ice Miners are tied 1-1 in the first period with the Wolves.
Oh, Jesus. There's a game going on? Well, I didn't even know.
Chuck is never sleeping, man. Those eyelids never close.
What's the score, Chuck?
1-1. And Ritos, I think it's sorry. Bulldogs are up 4-2.
Take the cat's foot out of your tongue.
And the Phantoms are down 4-2 to the Bulldogs. But I got some stats. for you
Bluetooth
guys
disconnected.
from our players.
Bluetooth connected.
Ignore that.
Mr. Wilson, I'm so proud of that boy this year. He's not in the penalty box. He's showing his skills.
Are you talking to us or your fucking neighbor? Chuck,
Talking
focus.
to you.
Focus.
Well, I am.
There, right there. Leave the phone right there.
Keynotes.
Talk to me, kid.
Okay, I got Keynotes and Wilson. He can shoot, score. He's not in the box this year. If he keeps that up, he'll be a better player.
You're right, Chuck.
You got that one right, Chuck.
Now, Ingram and Elijah. Holy shit, those guys are scary with the puck in the corner, taking off people's sticks and going end to end. But that Joe Crothers, he's not too bad either for a slide.
He's a handsome son, bitch.
Oh, you're giving back pats all around, Chucky. I like
yeah.
it.
Yeah, but old Selleck better watch out for a big Mac attack. He'll put him down again.
Our man Chuck don't put up with no shit.
Oh, you got that right. All the new guys and all that are clucking like a bunch of dirty old hooters.
Oh, hey now, hey.
PG.
Earmuffs, kids. But, hey, Chuck, you told me a real good stat out at the arena today. My main man Chuck's out there supporting my son Benny in his minor hockey league game.
Nice.
Can't ask for better than Chuck.
No,
Chuck,
solid.
Tell the fans the stat you dropped to me today.
The Ice Miners have played 7 games. They have 278 penalty minutes.
Ooh.
Sounds like us last year, eh, Chuck?
Yes, but the Phantoms are right behind them. They're nipping right at their heels, but for our side, for the West Division, Bulldogs are up 14 points, Ritos are 12, Islanders are 10, Oil Kings 6, Miners and Wolves are tied for 5, Phantoms for 3rd. 3 points for last. The Royals, well, them and the Rockets are tied for 16, Mustangs for 10, Rivermen and Pipers are 6, Rangers, Prowlers 4, Rapids are 3.
Hey, like I told you, boys, Chuck's never
Chuck's on
sleeping.
his shit.
Hey, Chuck, it's Joe Crothers here. We have a special guest here, and he'd like to say hello to you. It's Elijah, my oldest brother.
Hi, Chucky. What's up?
Oh, lots up, especially when they send you guys home with some of that apple shine.
Oh, we're not talking about the side business, are we, folks?
Yeah, freaking good moonshine, Chucky. Real good shit.
But there's a new sponsor, too, for the team.
Well, who's that, Chuck?
Talk to me.
Well, you know him. You're talking to the big ugly bastard right now. It's Cross-Eyed Moonshine.
Let's go!
Remember, folks, Cross-Eyed Moonshine.
one gulp, and what's up?
Can I get that on my helmet, Chuck?
Yeah, I'll mind get some stickers made up for next year.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
With 2 eyes that go crossed.
We'll get a picture of George.
Oh, Chuck, you got to be the best, buddy. So, for everybody that doesn't know, if you come into the Tweed Arena on a game day and you see a bright green suit with a snapping orange or a snapping yellow undershirt, that's our main man, Chuck Cherry.
Yeah, Chucky.
Yeah, Chuck, we're just going to put you on pause for a second. I'm going to pump your tires a little bit here. And I'm going to tell you how much the organization and, Chris and everybody involved, appreciates what you do. Vegetable trays, the fruit trays, last home game, boys, that was Chucky.
Yeah, and I believe he said the one road trip, his boss supplied us with a few waters after the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, anthem singer.
Yeah.
Chuck got
Chucky.
us. Kids at minor hockey day.
Bench
Chuck
warmers.
looks after them. He goes out there, sets the tone, gives them the experience. So, Chuck, I just want to take some time to tell you I love you, brother.
I love you, Chuck.
I love everything about this
Like
team.
like a man loves a man, Chuck.
Oh, I know. Brad's the other way. He's he kind of floats both sides of the tree.
What else you got for us, Chucky? Anything?
Well, yes, got one thing.
You've given us lots already, but we'll take more.
Well, we need to, not let shorthanded goals get scored as much.
We're getting better, Chuck.
Next time, we got to
Joe's
start
fault.
learning how to get rid of Sullick in a hurry. Start of the game. To even get two
against
penalties.
Scan? Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get 2 fights in a row with them in the same shift, so we can get them kicked out for a few games.
That's
So,
okay.
Big
That's
Joe
the
and Ingram are
game.
gonna
Just
take
walk
on
up, punch him right in the face. There's one fight. Then go up again, get him again. That's 2. He's done. That's a good idea.
We might have to dress you, Chuck.
Yeah, Chuck, you're gonna
Get your
have to do
stuff dusted off. He can't handle cross-eyed moonshine.
it. No.
Well,
Hey,
I think we need to get Mike Burrs up there to take on.
Oh, there's a blast from the past. Burr, are you around?
Hey, Chuck, I'll tell you that that Macker, he stood in there pretty well, eh?
Yeah.
I'd like to give
hell
him a
yeah.
shout out too, because he's like from the Caledonia way, way out, and he drove all the way to catch the bus, and
I might have beat you to that earlier in the
Yeah.
pod
Oh,
before
sorry.
you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
got here.
Oh,
I
good,
gave him a
good.
lot of love.
There's nothing wrong with giving more.
Yeah, and I might have chirped Selleck a bit for making that the second fight of the night. And you noticed it was on an icing, too, so Honch had to stay out. He'd already fought in the first. And then you come on a fresh line change, Selleck, and tap him.
yeah, he said
Come on, buddy.
he said he was gassed too. Yeah.
Daddy don't miss much. You
Yeah,
ain't
no,
pulling the
very
wool
well.
over my eyes. He picks his fights. Anyhow,
Who else
Chucky.
is playing, Chuck?
Well, I got one more thing for you. Mr. Buddy from the Ice Miners with the old fishbowl better smarten up next time Mr. Murray Free.
Now, Murray asked him to take the
yeah.
fishbowl off, Chuck, but he didn't want to.
Power slammed him.
Yeah, be a man and stand up to your words.
Chuck, that's actually one of Elijah and I's good buddies, Matt Carroll, and
Oh, yeah?
yeah, I told him just exactly what you said too, Chuck, that he needs to if he's gonna chirp, he needs to take that bowl off. But I will say he's one of those guys you want to have on your team because he played in Coburg, won the RBC Cup there, and then he scored the game-winning goal, I believe,
Yeah?
against
All right.
against Cale McCarr. And
What's
then
his name again?
Oh,
Matt
seriously?
Carroll.
All right, Matt,
Yeah.
be a man.
Yeah.
Take the fishbowl off. If you're going to challenge our captain. No, fuck, boys. If you're going to challenge our captain to a tilt,
Yeah.
he ain't punching your fishbowl.
Yeah.
Be a man.
There you go.
I will definitely let him know to listen to this. He's a God bless him nurse out of Peterborough, but
Hey,
yeah.
oh, jeepers. Sorry, Matt. My wife's a nurse, too, man. I'm not going to hate
Take
on
that
you.
back. I take that
Shit.
back.
No,
I
we
jumped the gun, brother.
Yeah, we got to give him the gears for sure. He'd love
But
it.
take that
seriously,
back.
bro. Seriously, you're a nice hockey player. But if you want to do that kind of stuff, the bubble's got to come off.
Yeah, I take that back.
Because Cap can't kiss his knuckles off your bubble.
Yep.
Whoa. My bad.
Super's
my bad.
watching,
Sorry, my bad.
Jesus.
My bad.
So hey Chuck, I also I hope you feel the love, brother. But I also got
for God's
super.
sake. I'm sorry.
Super Jesus Christ! I'm trying to give the Mrs. Chuck Cherry.
I'm sorry.
A little bit of a shout out because Jess, what she does for the hockey club too. Chuck's better half, and I'm just saying that because she listens to the pod.
I forgot they were playing them. I wanted to see.
Yeah. You can see after.
No, I haven't seen the Wolves yet.
You messing with what's up?
Sorry, I'm sorry, Chuck.
Yes.
I love you, man. I really do.
I love you too, bud.
Okay, and that suit is the shit. I forgot to tell you that. It's the shit.
Oh, but I got one coming. It's going to be a Christmas one.
Nice.
Panty dropper.
Yeah.
I have the big cuffs, the big collar. Looking like old Don Cherry.
Oh, Chuck.
Brooks.
All right, kid.
Sexy mustache.
Well, we love you, brother, and thanks for phoning in, Chucky. We don't know what we'd do without you, man.
Thanks, Chuck. Love what you do for the team, Chuck. Thanks.
That's Bratz.
Chuck, you're so handsome.
Guys, and make sure Bratsy check my advice too. I told him if that's our neck, you need a piece of tail.
Cures everything, Bratz.
All right, buddy.
Love you guys.
Love you too, kid.
Love you, Chuck.
Love you, Chucky.
Chucky.
You the man.
See you, bro.
Yeah.
On that note, how's that neck, Bratz?
Yeah, it's all good. Just a little precautionary.
Yeah.
No, all good.
Yeah.
You know what? That's one thing I'm gonna bring up something here. I wanted to talk about that earlier. Remember I told you when we first started I want to talk about some shit? I want to talk about that shit right now.
Okay, let's go. Super.
We're going to, so when we were playing that game again, in the latter part of the third period, I seen old Mitchie Gagne was on there, so I reached out to him because we've had Mitch on the podcast before.
Yes, we have.
And I asked him if he wanted to come out again. And he said yes, so he's going to do a pod with us, which is going to be great.
Yeah, we're going to have a great talk with Mitch.
It was great with him. And one of the things I want to talk to Mitch about is something that I've seen twice now. And it's something that bothers me, and it was something... You were pissed off earlier about something, so I'm pissed off about something too.
Let's go, Soup. This year moment.
People are coming here to watch these games. They're coming to watch you guys play hockey. That's what they're coming to watch, right? And I enjoy watching it. I really do. And the thing that it irks me a little bit is we're coming to watch a highly skilled level of men play hockey. We don't need to see the stupid shit that comes with it. And to me personally, if you're going to do the stupid shit, you should be penalized for it. We've seen that happen already with McCann, with the one-man fight. Like, who gets a one-man fight suspension, first and foremost? You want to crack someone in the mouth before they even know that you're dropping the gloves or know what reason why they're dropping the gloves.
And then keep hitting him when the liney's got his arms pinned. That's the TSN turning point.
The guy has to go. You have to, anybody that plays in this league, I just want you to, if you listen to this podcast, that's great. I know many players in the league do, and that's great. Every one of you fucking guys has to go to work on Monday.
And that's what I got mad respect about.
You're here to play hockey. You're not here to play cheap shot. If you want to play a guy strong, and where I'm getting at when it comes to Bratz is, I saw 2 games in a row where he took a cheap shot on the sideboards when we were playing against Marmara.
Yeah, and Pickles come in.
That's uncalled for bullshit. He was playing pretty good in GAN. And then the guy, if you want to hit a guy, I got no problem with that. I got no problem with strong hockey.
None of us do.
You want to take a guy and give him a good hit, good for you. But if you want to pinpoint on a guy's head when he's vulnerable after he just took a shot, you don't need to make that hit. It doesn't really need to happen.
Count the seconds after that puck was dished.
I watched it over and I watched it over and I watched it over and over again.
I didn't like it either.
And I always go through stuff and I look at stuff in the games and then we... As a team, right? Like we can say this shit. When we see something that doesn't look right, we have the right to send this stuff into the league because it's just that's not what it's about. No one should ever want to kill somebody. They should just want to play the game. You lose. That's the part I like.
Man, this is what I got mad respect about, and this is why I got myself in here. Is because there's something I madly respect about guys at this age wanting to go on the road on the weekend, take time away from their wives and family, play full-body men's hockey.
Yeah.
Like, this is not. There's lots of good hockey players around the area. They're just too chicken shit to play this.
Yeah.
Let's be straight up. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So this is what I respect. And this is, something everybody needs to understand in the league. We have no product. We have nothing if we don't have these young guys.
Kill these guys.
Well, these guys willing to give up time from their family, but to put up with that horse shit, you know. Like,
so what I want to talk to Mitch about is not about that. It's about and not about even being stiffer.
Well, maybe we should get Crawford.
Things. It's just if we're gonna do a suspension.
Yep.
We stick to our suspension. It stays, whatever it is.
Like it did with Rhino.
Yeah. But then it doesn't stick
when
with
the guy got
else.
right back up and charged him afterwards.
Yeah, one to kill him.
Still got 5 games.
He still got 5 games.
And that was our first unit power play forward. I'm not complaining. I respect the league's decision, but we have to be.
It's the one thing the league really needs to
look at. It's got to be the same across the board, Soup.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to intervene, but just right on what you guys are saying. Even for like a referee standpoint, like we don't have the game if we don't have them.
Yeah.
Yes.
And for them to have to deal with that bullshit is not the way that hockey's meant to be.
No.
That's not right. Because, well, even when we were in Gananoque, like those referees drove from Montreal or something
they were
anyways.
French.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
they couldn't speak English.
Yeah. And goes for all the referees in our league. They don't have to do it.
Yeah.
They don't have to put in the time.
And we don't have a league if we don't have them. Joe.
No,
That's
and it's
right.
not like I'm
So-
talking about it could be you guys, it could be anybody in that league. Like the game we're watching right now, if somebody comes in and tries to kill somebody, I don't want that guy in the league. And a guy like that. So the last part of my point is that crazy friggin', I don't even know what number it was, running around trying to just kill
He
people.
was suspended for 16 last year. That's why we never seen him. Never seen him in the playoffs. Never seen him. Matt fought him in the first, then fought Selleck for his second fight in the second.
So do you need a guy like that in this league?
No, that's
if he's going to be suspended for this many times, do you really need that guy?
That's right. And that's just another problem for the referees to have to deal with. They shouldn't have to deal with some maniac running around that can't play the game.
Hockey players to it too, Joe.
Yeah.
Like, and not, I'm not saying nothing to that team either, but why would you want to fill a slot with a guy like that? Why don't you get somebody with some talent?
And I said too to the guys, like coming in, like for us coming into that building, we're not coming in to goon it up.
We're not looking to kill anybody. We're just looking to play hockey and try to win.
Yeah, we're not going to, tempers get heated.
Yeah, for sure.
Sure.
I got no problem with that.
Yeah, that's
One-on-one, two guys, two combatants that are going right at it, and they decide to make the decision to fight, that's fine. I'm okay with that. But this going out to try to hurt somebody, I don't like it.
Yeah,
it does the league no good.
I don't think that's hockey.
No.
That's something I touched on earlier, Joe.
Especially not senior hockey.
No.
100%. Yeah, I honestly, I think fighting obviously has its
it has its
place
purpose and its role.
Yeah,
damn right.
I don't think we have a fighting problem in our league.
No. That polices a league, but I 100% agree that you don't need that.
And here's my deal as a coach. I'll never ask one of the three U's, and you'll never hear me ever ask one of the three U's to go out and fight. Nobody on this hockey club has ever asked me to go ask them to go out and fight, because I respect you guys got to work on Monday, and I work with my hands. So they're all bruised up, banged up. That's got to be you that wants to do that. And you guys have played enough goddamn hockey. If it gets to that point, you want to do it, you know it's a green light. You know, sometimes words aren't enough.
Yeah, and like Dave was saying, like, you know, if it's a battle or something like that, and you drop the mitts, okay.
It is what it is.
Yep, that's you're willing, he's willing, that's fine. But yeah, no, I totally agree. There's no.
And I'm also
but none of that's planned off the face off.
No, I'm not into that.
Knees,
I'm also for a thing like, say, like if Pickles decided that he was going to fight the guy that hit Bratz on the boards in the Marmor game, I'm fine with that too. Because that guy knew doing that knowing before he did it, that he'd maybe have to answer a bell to something like that.
And
that's why Pickles grabbed him.
Yeah.
That's police in the league too. And just
you guys police yourselves.
Yeah, and going back to when these guys, I was talking to them, like thinking about trying to get them to play. I said that to them. I said, you know,
you don't see it very often.
No, everybody says, oh, senior hockey, it must be a goon fest. And I always say to people, no,
this isn't the LNHA.
No.
Yeah,
if you look for it, you can find it. But if you're just going out there to try and play hockey, you just go out there and play hockey.
Yeah,
that's right.
And
there's enough good hockey players in this league that
But when I look
it'll happen if it happens.
When I look at something, I'm done with the rant, but because we're going to talk to Mitch about
good rant.
I don't think that we need that guys in the league, because when you slow a video down like the one where when Bratz took that one in the fucking head there, there's way too much time. The guy's vulnerable. You should not make that play. And it wasn't even a hit. It was hands up in the head. Like, it wasn't a hit.
And I don't mean to continue on, but just like I said, that goes back. referees miss some things.
Yeah.
So
well, there was no call on that play either.
Yeah. So if they don't see it,
which was crazy,
then somebody stepping in. That is, them policing the league, right?
Yeah, and then that's when you should pay for that. Even if there's no call, there should be a suspension of some sort.
Maybe we should have Crawford, the head referee in chief. I heard he's a real good head. Have him on for a chat.
Let's just put that out there right now. Maybe somebody knows him. Here's what we're saying.
Mr. Crawford,
would you like to
if you got a
come and do
little
pod?
spare time, we'll treat you with the utmost respect.
Respect.
We appreciate what you do for
Like
the
to get
league
some
and your
insight?
decisions, but yeah, there's maybe some questions I think we can all talk about.
And if you're willing, if this message finds its way to you, which is great, you can email us at superandbrooksy@gmail.com, or you can message us on our Oil King Podcast Facebook page, and let's talk.
Yeah.
Keep the game real.
Yeah.
Banana peel.
Keep it real. What's up, Holmes?
What about that segment with Chuck?
Yeah,
What a beauty that guy is.
Isn't he?
We're
I
lucky
can't
to
tell
have
you
him,
when
boys.
first time I ever met him, he
fucking
was handing
wild.
us moonshine
Yeah.
in the dressing room.
Let's not get him in trouble, though.
You want some, boys? There's
Because
some
I don't
over
know
there.
if it's
There's
licensed.
some over there fermenting.
Okay, he gave me a nice
Special sauce.
soda.
Yeah, yeah.
Soda.
Bro.
And just like I thought, like, oh, this guy's my brother here. Like, I've known him for 100 years pretty well.
One of the best.
Comes wheeling in, telling funny stories about apparently strawberry soda. That's maybe even more potent than the apple.
That stuff take back shit you never even stole. Hey?
That's roll your eyes
Roll your
moonshine. They're
eyes.
rolling right back in your goddamn head.
What a beauty.
Yeah,
no,
he is. We're lucky
handsome.
that
He's kind of like the Tweed Don Cherry.
he is.
Yeah.
He's our Chuck Cherry, man.
Yeah, Chuck Cherry.
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't know. His wife Jess keeps a leash on the animal Monday through Friday, but we let it off on the weekends and let him do his thing. And yeah, Chucky, we love you, man, and we can't thank you enough for everything you do for us.
What did Jay want? Jay's been doing a good job.
Oh yeah, Jason really enjoys being around you guys. And
Yeah. What did he have? Did he say something?
no, he just phoned, so I don't know what's up. But yeah, he's
doing
trying to
good.
mentor after Rut.
Because what Rut we got? What do you guys think of Rut and Cat?
So
Beauty.
can we get into
We can get into our segment. We brought you guys a little segment here just
What?
to spice up the pod.
and
here we
this
go.
kind of goes along with the whole one of the questions you'll get right.
I gotta take my
Alright.
sweater off.
Okay, let's go. It's not often we get interviewed. Fuck, boys. I like it when guys come with their homework. Let's go.
So, yeah,
should know.
we don't mess around here.
University, college guys, super
This is
Educated.
educated.
coming from Elijah here. He kind of got everything going, but we call this the questions with the Campbellford Cowboys.
So yeah, we'll just go in order. We'll rotate here. Joe, you start her off and hand her
We
down.
need a sound effect.
Oh,
super.
hang on. Let's do this right. What is it called?
Ladies and gentlemen, please stay tuned for this episode of Questions with the Campbellford Cowboys.
Oh, I got laughter. We got laughter.
All right, so we have our own little.
Basically, it's someone within the Tweed organization, player, coach, volunteer that you think would be the answer to this question.
Okay.
Ready.
So right off the hop here, so Brooksy, you'll start us out here. Most likely to become the mayor of Tweed,
Oh Jesus.
Most likely to become the mayor of
and
Tweed.
and this is the Tweed organization. So
Dustin Maines.
I thought Mainsy too. That was my original answer. It's a good local.
I think we go to the
collab.
next one because it's Mainsy all
Well,
around.
Yeah, Lars too outspoken.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
can't, and
He'll start nuclear war.
yeah, that's right. He'd
He'd be
be a
late
Johnny
going.
Trump. Where Mainsy, I think he could be. He's in the running, and he's got parents. And his mother's a principal.
She's educated.
Yeah, she's educated. So I think she educated
The old
Dustin.
man's a class act too. His
Oh,
dad,
David.
Dave's awesome.
yeah,
And he's
younger.
handsome enough for politics too. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
good looking dude.
Yeah,
You couldn't have Allaire in there because he'd be late for the council meeting.
yeah, that's right.
loses his way there.
Where's
too.
Mayor Allure?
Yeah.
He's 12 minutes late.
He's lost in traffic.
All right, who you got, Super?
Me?
Yeah, for mayor.
So what's the question against saying left?
Somebody
So-
on the hockey club that's going to be the mayor. of
The
Tweed.
organization, Tweed organization.
Yeah.
The whole organization gonna be the mayor.
If Johnny still lived in Tweed, he would have been a no.
They'd shut down the schools. I'm going with BMO. Free weed for everybody.
I don't think you can be mayor with a Nipissing.
Yeah, you can. With Nipissing degree? Fuck yeah, you can run the county.
Not a degree, just the acceptance letter.
Yeah, you can run the county.
What do you got for us, Pix?
BMO can actually be anything he wants.
Yes,
I won't disagree.
That's why I say BMO.
What do you got for us, Pix, here?
All right, the next one we're going to go with here is if the fate of the world depends on it, who are you taking to score a penalty shot?
Oh, for God's sakes.
My first pick?
You're going to take mine. I know you're going to take mine.
It's between that guy in the middle, but I got to go with my main man, Father Time, Darren Doherty. Yeah. If I have one pick, I Doherty.
That's a great answer.
That is a good answer.
Bratz is...
No.
Yeah, you just come along. So I got to stick with my old brother, 41 years old, still running show. Like, boys, he's a freak.
A fine wine.
Yeah,
he is class.
Yeah, man. He's great to talk to. Like, shit, I can't see a bad word about him. He's an artist. Like, shit, he's got it all. You see his misses?
Yeah.
Oh, some guy's got it all.
Some guy's got it all.
Yeah, he'd be my pick, boys. There's your tire pump, Doe, you prick.
Okay, so you got Doe. I would say Bratz, but I'm going to go with Rhino.
Oh, number 16.
She's going top shelf over the glove. Coming in hard. He's cutting to the left. He's cutting to the right. Boom. Over.
Goal. Oh, yeah. You know he's not burning it on the ice. It's got to be up top for the fans.
Or the old backhander over the pad. Whatever you want. I go Rhino.
I'm going to go Hunter Fargy. I think that guy's got a lot of skill.
Well, he is
real fun to play with.
Yeah, I was going to ask you guys about that. You're like, so we used to call the kid line Soupy, Piercy, and was Fargy on that line too? Yeah. So this is kid line 2.0 with Ingram, Bratz, and Fargy. What's it like playing with Fargy?
Yeah, it's real easy. I mean, I met him. Watching him. I watched him play when I was younger. He was a player.
He's slick,
in junior. Yeah. My brother split his first year between the Frontenacs and the Voyageurs. So in that playoff run, they played Trenton, who Fargy was playing for, and he was an absolute player right there. So nice to play with him. We went down to Kingston. Joe went with me. We took a tournament team down, a real good team. And
Joe bring the water?
Yeah, basically. No, we had a real good team, and we didn't go in the top division. Absolutely sandbagged the whole tournament and just blew everyone out in like the C division. But that was my first introduction to Fargy. So met him down there, and then just playing with him in pickles right now. That's a ton of fun. We each kind of bring a good line. Yeah, we bring a little bit different each, right? Like
I like it.
So it's easy to play.
You're seeing the ice together really well, and it's a dangerous line. It's really hard to contain.
That kid, that Fargy's an absolute.
That's
sniper.
Kid line 2.0.
He's a sniper.
I would say too, like with that line, everybody is like so like really knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Like about the game and stuff. So that's why like these two are like click so easily.
Yeah.
Too.
Well,
and Fargy has just like that other element too. You know what I mean?
You can tell that. Well, what I look for and what I know is like I coach kids all the way up. I see things. And what I see with these guys is that they came together so quick because they all see the game well. They all know where to go, and they figured out really fast where each of you are going and what you're doing.
Yeah, know your role.
Like really fast. And that's what
the easiest way for me to describe that line is Pickles is the grease.
Yeah.
Bratz is the he's the multi-threat. He dish it or he can shoot it.
Yeah.
And Farg's a straight up sniper.
Yeah, he's a sniper.
Yeah.
And
Pickle's going to make the right play with the puck, get it to who needs to get it, and go to the right area of the ice. Bratz is going to they just work.
Although this Wildcat Pickles here has been making some nice little passes too, right? Like
he makes the right play all the time
smart.
with the puck.
But Farg last year, man. I think it was. In the far end, it was Kudo down below the goal line, passed it cross side, and it was
at the top of the circle.
One timer, top shelf, off one knee, man.
Yeah,
it was a wicked goal.
Short side, right under the bar.
Yeah, it was wicked.
Fargy is a killer.
Yeah,
like he is
silent assassin.
So good, and just a good dude too, which is awesome.
Unreal.
And you kind of get a couple. You kind of get an idea. Some of the guys that come back, that like obviously he's played unreal hockey and whatever. But what I really appreciate about Fargy is he still works hard out there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it's fun to play with some guys that work hard, like even Bratz, you know, we're giving him the gears because he scores goals and jumps into the glass and has fun out there, which is what I want to see. It's a passion. Yeah. But it's the same thing on the back check. He's working hard on the back check.
He's picked a couple pockets. I was
for sure.
Jesus, man, you got a battery.
So you see, you know, when a lot of the time, I think when we go out there, you'll see all three of us are hard on the back check. And you're like, okay, I'll do whatever for the boys.
You know what makes your line so successful?
That is a big difference.
You do the little things.
Yeah.
And that's what win hockey games, guys. Yeah. Like, you can toe drag, you can saucer past the puck, but if you don't do your job on the face-off, if you don't keep the high guy, if you don't pick up a, you know, man back checking, it's the little things, guys. Last man his own end's not deacon. It's little things that win hockey games. Yeah, the big things. You guys are good enough hockey players. We don't have, like, Fly or I or anybody who's deciding the coach doesn't have to tell you, oh, toe drag, go, you know, this, that. You guys figure that out. It's the little things, you know, that win every game.
And I do appreciate the tire pump, boys, but I really think I'm just absolutely riding coattails here with Bratz and Frankie.
Don't sell yourself short.
I tell you, I tell you, those are two guys that can really play, and
we pump.
I try and help them out, but I really.
I like your modesty, but put some respect on your name.
Wayne Gretzky couldn't do it without Yard Curry.
No, Pickles might be the unsung hero of the tweet so far.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah. I hope the fans really see that.
No, you say shit like that, but I'll tell you what I do.
We weren't going to sign anybody out of a tryout.
So I got
Pickles. That's how good you were.
Yeah, he didn't even have to pay.
You went home with your $20, but
like maybe if you pay.
Johnny wanted us to call him open skates. He wanted me to call him open skates because he's like, Brooksy, we're not going to sign anybody out of these trials. And then, like I said, halfway through the scrimmage, I look up at Fly and Johnny, and they're nodding. I'm nodding. I'm like,
McCann and BMO just forced him into the room, I think. Johnny.
Yeah. I was actually going to say that when the boys asked the question of, like, you know, people very welcoming. I think Murray missed that first skate because Murray's obviously like no one Murray, like, super welcoming, just such a good captain, and
he runs the room.
Yeah, just a great lad. But that first skate, he wasn't out there. And McCann and BMO, we'd actually at
frickin' frack,
a couple of scholars.
At Joe McEwen's wedding.
Rod and Todd,
your cousin
from The Simpsons.
At your cousin Joey McEwen's wedding there.
Okay,
I'm at BMO, so I was like, you know.
Yeah, thanks for the invite, Joe.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't blame you one bit.
Started chatting with BMO a little bit, like, and he's like, oh yeah, I think, like. He didn't quite remember. Well, neither did I, but I remember meeting this big rugged character that I saw play against Deserano the year before. And then him and McCann, all of a sudden, they're joking with me even before we made it out in the ice. I know how it goes when you're meeting some guys on the, like, even if it's a men's league or something. Usually you want to see how they are on the ice before you're chatting them up.
Before you get buddies, because you don't want to be buddy with a guy that's an absolute.
But they were right off the hop, just like chatting, and couldn't have cared less. Like, we might as well been down at the bar kind of thing as far as the conversation. So good lads.
What do you got for us, Brad?
I was just gonna say BMO loves the nickname Pickles too. Every time he says it, he has a big giggle. Okay, Pickles. He's a beauty.
I love Brody.
Good lad.
I pick one of these. I think this might be a decent one. I'm most likely to pick up the best looking girl at the bar, and I think there's a lot of good candidates for this one. Can't go wrong here.
Super, you're first on this one.
Go.
Guys, gets it all.
Some guys
that fucking hair is always perfect.
Yeah, it's pretty prim and proper.
I think he actually, when he grooms his beard, that he probably measures it down.
Yeah, I think, you know what?
He's always dressed to the nines.
Looking back at this, I think he's got a groomer on call.
Yes.
Like a barber. Like his lines on his jaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, like where I'm like a zigzag because my wife won't help me. And I'm trying to do it myself.
I think he just won't leave the house unless he looks exactly like he looks when he left the last time.
Him and Hank Lundqvist.
Or how he looks on the ice.
Yeah.
We were really pumping his tires.
I know.
But, guys, this guy on our team does a little modeling on the side, and I'm not going to out him, but Millie.
Millie.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
He's a silent sleeper,
Millhouse for sure.
Yeah, Millhouse can, when he wants to, he can dial it up, and, the ladies get a little frantic.
Yeah. I might throw Normie in here. I think that's
Normie.
That's a good one, too.
Yep.
You seen his misses?
I've heard about him on the podcast. There's a little controversy on the podcast, but we got it sorted out.
Yeah,
she's a firecracker.
Girl.
No, it might be the shoes, but I think Normie be good out there on the dance floor.
Yeah. Normie knows.
Normie can dial it in too.
Do
he
well
can get
for
himself
himself.
looking good.
Yeah, real outgoing guy too.
Yeah. I think, boys, truth be told, it might be
quite a few.
Yeah, it might be a little biased, but I think if we all went out as a group, it'd be just women flocking us. We'd have to get bouncers and beat these bitches back. But my wife says I do have a big head, and I am 43 now and think I'm 21, but I look 108. Go ahead, Joe.
So I want to ask this one because this is where Rut kind of comes in, and I'm gonna actually give it to Pickles' first answer, because in our group chat we posed all these questions, and one of them was if you're stranded on an island, who's the one guy that you want with you?
Oh Jesus, that's easy.
So you guys think about that, and Pickles is gonna give his answer that he gave us in the group chat here.
Yeah, so I was, you're obviously always trying to think of some funny answers, and my right off the hop, I'm not sure quite why I thought this, but I go, I'm picking Rut for the island, because I think he's going to tow you in the dinghy back to land
and take care of us.
And you know what? That's if you're in the dinghy or you're not in the dinghy, he's going to still wheel that dinghy onto land.
Yeah. And he's going to have a good time with you when you get to shore.
Yeah. And maybe that's our shout out for the trainers.
Yeah.
Well,
Jay, we were talking
about the whole crew of them,
and Kat
just unbelievable.
All business.
No other team has what we have there, boys.
No.
Those three individuals special.
No.
Very special.
Yeah.
All right, who you got, Davey? Who's on an island with you?
Well, it's got to be Rut. It has to be Rut because Rut's going to be actually. Did we land there on a plane? Did we crash on a plane?
Sure.
Okay. Well, if we crashed on a plane, Rut would take that into consideration. And he would have a kit packed up for it. He's probably got a fucking raft in the suitcase. That's how prepared he is. He's a true professional. He's a goddamn absolute legend. And if there's anybody that I would want,
he's a lost art.
He's my guy. He's awesome.
Well, I'm going to go off the deep end here, boys, and this is really coming out of left field, but, I'm the type of guy, COVID really fucked me up because they locked me in my house. I can't be by myself, and I sort of need to have a good time. It just keeps me mentally healthy. Don't let this go to your head, but I'd take you, Super. It'd be a real messed up island, folks, but there'd be a lot of fun coming out of that island. It'd be like Fire Festival.
We'd have some chuckles.
You wouldn't get very far off the island, but you'd have a lot of fun.
We'd have a lot of fun on it.
We'd die of something. But the stories that we would write down on birch bark for the people to find, it'd be like the legend of Tom Sawyer.
Make your toes curl. I got a joke for you guys later. Not on the pod. I got a new one.
Imagine the amount of the airplane Mickeys that you get on there. That would be the first thing they'd head for. Eh?
Oh yeah.
You could make fire, you could build shelter, or you could go for the airplane Mickeys. Okay, well,
I appreciate that, buddy.
I love you, man.
I love you too. In a purely platonic way.
Right. Yeah.
See, I don't have to say that because I'm secure in my manhood, Dave.
I'm not.
Have you reached around the corner? Have you been putting from the rough or something I need to know about?
What did we talk about earlier?
I think I'd take Pickles for that one. The guy's jack of all trades. He does it all, knows how to fix anything. And I just think the work ethic that guy has, I think he'd get us off that island, no problem.
And
I like him, Kratz.
That boy can split a mean cord of wood, too. So, you'd always be warm. If it was cold out, you'd have a fire going.
He can't even hear you pumping his tires.
No, that's what you want. You can't let
out checking the green glass.
Cut this. We can't let him hear that. Cut that.
That's for any of your firewood needs. Yeah, the Ingram's where it's at. He actually cut a couple cord before he came.
Hey! While he is not in the room, let me tell you something. He doesn't realize
how fucking good he is.
How much? Okay, hey, go close the door. Yeah. Close the door. He doesn't realize that both my boys have gone away to school. I'm here by myself. My wife goes to bed at 9 o'clock. Do you know what I do? I look through videos. I cut videos. I cut them out of our games. Right? There's so much little things that he does on the ice that. Whatever, we're sitting here pumping his tires. He is very visionary on the ice. He's smart. He's a hard worker. He protects his team. He does some shit that you don't see in the normal game. You have to be like, I'll be like going, what was that?
You know the game to know,
you know what
how
I mean?
Good he plays it.
And just and
like
and
the
to
average
say
hockey,
that,
my wife doesn't. See it,
a lot of people don't get it. And if you're watching a game, you don't get it. But when you do what I do and you watch things over and over again, and you cut it out, and you're like, He does shit that.
And even outside of that, like
it's pretty
hockey
awesome.
too, but outside, like his discipline is like next to none. Like he runs like I want to say 10K every time he's in the mornings when he's at home, his house there in Crothers. He does like jumps in the water for cold plunges.
Yeah.
Like that. Like yeah, he's got discipline.
Let's bring him back in because he's out in the hallway.
Hey, come on in,
Come
Pickles.
back in, Pickles. Come on in. Come on in, kid. Oh,
All right,
he's out there
Rats,
raiding the
give us
cupboards.
another question.
Yeah, we
Rats.
can get one more in here.
Yeah, get one more.
And
These are great, by the way.
yeah, well,
You guys are pretty
contribute
good.
something to you guys.
Yeah, they're good.
This one most likely to play the longest for Tweed.
Ooh, I got that one too.
I do too.
What do you got
Well,
for us, Davey?
Yeah, you start.
Rhino.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
been here since the beginning, and he'll never leave.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he's got what? What do you think he's got left in him?
he's got a couple.
Guy could play for 10 more, in my opinion.
Hopefully he stays. Good player.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't going anywhere. And that's a note for all you people out there that are crazy enough to even think that you want to even try to have anything to do with Rhino. Rhino's not going anywhere.
Oh, you should hear the offers.
He's not going anywhere.
If
I don't
you
care
want
if you gave us
comedy hour-
$5,000.
If you want comedy
I don't care
hour
if you
some
gave
night,
us
I can tell you the offers
Free
we've
cotton
got
candy
for
for
Rhino.
the next 10 years. Rhino's not going anywhere.
Yeah. Well, don't let this go to your head either. I think Elijah Brahaney.
Yeah, that was my number 2.
I'm expecting a decade together, me and that son of a bitch.
Buddy, when you got hit there, I seen your head hit the ice is the problem.
Yeah, that
I
was.
saw your head hit the ice, which was like really depressing, and I was like, oh, fuck, no.
Maybe I'm going to say the Campbellford Cowboys, like
The whole crew.
the clique.
Joe has
we
been an
got-
absolute
Joe's
goddamn
been 2
treasure.
years in.
He's been a treasure. First of all, we haven't really spoke much about Joe and how much of a treasure he is tonight. I mean, we've been pumping these two pecker nuts' tires pretty good, but let's not forget about Joe. Joe can play forward. Joe can play D. Joe is a great teammate. He talks to everybody with the biggest smile on his face. He's got a pedo stash, which is hard to grow. Like that's
Hey, let's
a
get
hard
off the
one
stashes,
to
Super.
get out. Well, yours
Wait,
yours
no,
is not
no,
bad.
look around the
I'm
room,
looking
bud.
here. I can't
She's
even grow
4-1.
one.
Hey.
I can't even grow one.
Hey, you want to really get hurt? This is for good reason. So, yeah, this is the month you got to support. And
November. I
Yeah,
can't
you gotta-
grow one
yeah.
at all.
You
I did it once.
chirp the pedo stash all you want, but
Yeah, but you don't. You have it more than in November.
You want to make women's
Rarely.
you
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
make
just
you want to make
pump the
women's faces cringe.
Whoa.
Call it a flavor saver. My wife just pukes in her mouth every time I say that. I'm sorry. Hopefully your kids aren't going around saying that stuff.
But
Anyway.
anyways, thanks, boys. But yeah, no, these that's the biggest thing. The guys that come with you, that's what makes the everything fun. And honestly, just like Campbellford in general, everybody's obviously we had our feuds with Tweed and stuff like that.
Hotbed over there for hockey players.
And like just like
I hate to admit it.
everybody grew up, like hating everybody's little town and stuff like
but
that.
then you meet
battling.
everybody.
Yeah, and that's
Let's just hate Ennis more
It's all the
together.
same.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we have to do
yes.
that.
Hey, guys, can we all agree on that?
Amen to
All
that.
right.
Amen to that.
Mine was
They kicked
Norwood.
the shit out of us today, actually, my son's U11 team, and I was just like, yeah, no.
For some reason, all the way through with both my boys playing hockey, fucking Norwood.
Norwood?
I hate Norwood.
We always used to thump Norwood.
Me too.
No, I'm not talking about the
hatred
hockey.
of
I'm not
that
talking about the
child.
win-loss things. I just had issues over there. I almost got in
Oh.
a fight with a coach over there crossing the ice. Or how it worked was they tried to hurt one of our players, and I said something back to him, and it got back and forth. And then the thing was you can't walk on the ice in Norwood. Don't cross the ice. What'd
Why?
Super do? I walked right across that.
Marching.
Looking at him like
Did you put Big Willie on the Twins
I'll
right
kill
on
you.
center ice?
they just walked right across the ice.
I
Good.
run things.
I hope you stomped your boots just before you got off the ice too.
I took a piss right before I got off too.
Our poor buddy Beamer, he works at the Nord Arena, so he would have had to clean up your mess. If you Shout out Beamer.
God bless Beaver for sure.
No, I didn't do that. But yeah, I know they called the cops on us and everything that night. It was crazy.
Imagine that.
Yeah,
Norwood and Ennismore.
yeah, fuck
Yeah,
Ennismore.
that's right. Big time.
Ennismore's, I hate them too.
Well, see, back in my day, boys, I went to high school in Center Hastings, and at that point, Tweed had a hockey team. Madoc had a hockey team, and Marmor had a hockey. He had 3 hockey teams going to the same high school. Talk about hostility. Where do you think this Marmer thing, like with the community, how do you think you got 900 people in the rink for that hockey game? That boils over from years and years of, competition. We ended up becoming friends. I always said it like this. I said Marmer or Madoc was like Switzerland. They were neutral. They'd go to Tweed and party, they'd go to Marmer and party, and there'd be any problems. Well, Tweed boys went to Marmer to party, something would fucking happen. And the Marmer boys came to Tweed to party, something would happen. But as we got older, we got a great mutual respect for each other, got playing, hockey together, men's league and stuff like that. And later on, old timers and, the Terrian brothers, Ryan and Jason I'm close with, think the world of, and sort of thing. So, yeah, it's funny how over time, things seem to calm down, but that's where that rivalry that's why that hype from the from the Marmor Tweed game, that's why that was.
Even just, I think it's really cool now. Like I never thought I would ever cheer for a team that was from Tweed. Being a Campbellford guy growing up, always being a youngster, like whatever, 8 years old, driving a Tweed, and be like, oh yeah, friggin' Tweed smokes weed, blah blah blah, like, oh they suck, whatever. But yeah, the camaraderie is with this team is very impressive. It's entertaining to watch, and yeah, I think that's what really brings the crowds out. Yeah,
Murray and I were meant to hate each other's guts, and it's funny that the mutual respect me and that pinhead have for each other, but. Yeah, like the juvenile thing, the whole thing with Campbellford and going 5 games and hating your guts. You bastards are some of the best boys I ever met. So
on a quick side note, though, I do remember vaguely we beat my best memory beating Tweed Silver Stick Finals.
Silver Stick Finals
in Pembroke. Went into overtime. And we got the win, but yeah, always wicked games against Tweed. Good battles.
Yeah, and our brother Caleb, he played against Allaire and I think Mainsy too.
That was that 2018 year.
Yeah, and
so was that Brandon or Joel? Like Albert? Which Albert?
That was Joel.
Joel?
Yeah.
And Allaire said to me there the other day about yeah,
Allaire.
that's kind of our joke.
That's your joke?
Yeah.
Braden Allaire.
Anyways,
Braden Allaire.
Oh, she's 2-2.
Allaire was saying to me just about how they battled and whatever, and obviously Caleb, he's actually coaching the juvenile team at Campbellford now. But
good boy,
he is.
Yeah,
good hockey mind.
Yeah, great hockey mind, and another guy that
I can tell you a little story about what's going on there, which is crazy.
He doesn't mind donating his time to the team. Like he's
good man.
Yeah, practice planning, and I think he takes it from our old man too. And because juvenile can be tough with the commitment, because guys have jobs and school and stuff like that.
No. You've got to be used car salesman to get people to play juvenile hockey. You got women, you got drugs, you got university, you got alcohol, you got full-time jobs.
Yeah, and our brother Caleb, he's the kind of guy too that he's pretty like he'd be lenient on guys. I understand you got school and stuff like that too, right? So he's kind of the perfect fit.
Yeah,
but, yeah,
great young lad.
Yeah, he coached us 1 year in high school hockey, me and Joe, and we beat Center Hastings High School in CASA finals to go to OFSA.
Cut this out.
Yeah, just make sure I want people to know. We're obviously big Tweed guys now, but
now?
Yeah, we're all right now.
Just want the listener to hear about it.
Oh, you're bonding with the fan base.
Yeah.
With the nicknames there, I always get laughing because part of what's really got me fired up to play this year is just in a group chat with Joe and Elijah, because we just always, of course it's named the Campbellford Cowboys group chat there. So we ride is kind of the mantra. So
everybody rides.
Yeah, so it'll be, there's a game on Saturday, and then all of a sudden the lineup will come out, and then you just get a text from Bratz there. We ride. But they're just so fun to be like just infectious energy, right?
Yeah.
And that's kind of lots of people. Like I would say you two are the same thing, and then like even everybody we get with Tweed just has this infectious energy that just you can't help but be like I want to go to the rink
I
and
know.
run through a brick wall.
It's fun to be part of, isn't it?
Yeah, like we've been on this ride for 3 years, and like I say, we're happy to have you two along for the ride. It's awesome. And then once we all get together, it's just something special. It's kind of hard to put into words. You can talk about it all you want, and from the outside looking in. But when you're a part of this team, it's just so much fun. It's nothing but fun.
And that's the thing that
we look forward to seeing each other.
That's why I open my house up. That's why I'm always like, come back after, because I enjoy it. I thoroughly enjoy it. And I want to meet your parents. I want to meet your siblings. I want to meet because there's so many people.
We want to meet your sisters.
Hey, you all right,
no, we
man?
don't.
Yeah, you all right? But you look in that picture. Super's got his arm right around.
She'd beat the Perry up.
That's one thing that we, as a brother, I do not have to worry about my sister. No. She's the youngest.
Yeah,
and she had to come through the ranks.
The youngest is always the
learned
toughest.
how to beat up every single one of us. So
we met her with your dad. Remember in the rink, we got that picture. It was awesome.
She'll flop you.
Yeah.
You know what? The Brahaneys and the Crothers have the same thing in common, which is the youngest sister, the only sister, is the only one of them out of the whole group that goes in the corners.
That's just good hockey people, really, like, especially with
Hey, those Ingram girls are pretty tough too. I don't think I'd want to mess with either of them. They could have an arm tied behind their back and they'd still find a way to get on top of you and beat you down.
Yeah, that's good Campbellford stock right there, I'd say.
That's right.
Every small town's the same, isn't it, Brooks?
Yeah, it is, buddy. It's awesome, isn't it?
They're the same, but I think this neck of the woods, there's something kind of special around here.
I think it's the water.
Like there's a lot of small towns in Ontario.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is about this neck of the woods. There must be something special in the water where the aquifers are pulling from, or maybe a little bit above the rest. But yeah, there's something about this area. It's pretty special.
It's just
they're all cousins.
Yeah, that could be part of it.
You know what I chalk it up to?
What?
I chalk it up to small town. I chalk it up to community. I chalk it up to if someone's in need. We've all been taught, boys. Yeah. We know our neighbors. We know, the person 3 doors down from us. So if they're struggling,
we help.
You feel it, right? We're in Toronto. You might not know the person on the 24th. No. You're on the 21st floor of the high rise. You might not know the person on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. That's the difference. And that's the difference, between us. And I think we've been raised by people that, have morals, have values, and understand, and, have taught us to be more in ourselves. And that's what I'm so proud of this hockey club. And that's why I'm so proud of these guys.
Yeah.
Is the time they give to the kids, the time they take out for any supporter, any booster in this hockey club, guys. That's stuff, that's hard to ask. But you guys do it willingly.
Yeah.
And that's why the people love you.
Yeah.
They feel like they know you. And once they feel like they know you, they protect you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way community is.
Big time. And that's kudos to our whole organization too. Like, that's the one thing too about Tweed is, like, even in the one room there, all the GM Johnny and the owners and everything like that, they're all sitting in there, and it's like nothing to just walk in and say hello, and everybody says hello to you, and there's no you don't care who they are or where they came from, but it's just they're part of the organization. So
that's something my old man taught me years ago, guys. If you want to build a winner, you build a family.
Yeah.
You build guys that protect each other, and the women are getting to know each other. The kids are getting to know each other.
Now it's coming back now. We've had these 2 big hiatuses with these big breaks of 20 days at a time. Like, shit's over now. We're through and through to the end.
Roller coaster.
We're ready to rock.
Let's go, boys. So till December 22nd when Marmara comes on the Friday night. We're going once, twice a weekend.
He's sick of looking
There's
at
no
each
weekends off.
No.
Yeah, no, we're going to love each other.
Yeah.
We might get to the go for
the
night.
Had a couple late
Old
nights.
Daddy needs a few nights like that once in a while.
Yeah, I think I owe the boys a bus ride or two. So let's get her going.
You're more than welcome.
Let's go, Eli.
Let's go.
Eli. You are a class act, buddy.
Eli said he was coming to the Smith Falls game, and I don't want to put blame on anyone for that game, but we lost, and he didn't show up, and I just kind of feel like those 2 things are a little bit related.
And honestly, Brats, I think that's probably my biggest regret of my life right now. I was on the couch. I'm not gonna lie. I was very injured, self-inflicted from the night before.
Happens by
And I just couldn't bring myself to get off the couch. And then I think it was a couple days later, actually, I ran into one of the new team owners, big Corey Lazard at work, and he didn't exactly say he was disappointed that it didn't go, but he just kind of said, "Oh yeah, we had a good bus trip," and I feel terrible, so I owe you at least 2 now.
All right,
I wasn't there either. I wasn't there either. Missed that road trip.
I thought we were gonna win that.
Chucky did a good job of filling in.
Did he?
He did.
I watched some of it. I had to go to a stupid wedding.
Chucky does everything you ask.
Yeah,
And
And excels.
My girlfriend and a couple of the people are really getting a laugh because Chucky said at one point, "Oh, you watch this number 7 from Tweed? He's a real jitterbug out there."
Oh yeah, Chuck's got his own lingo, man.
The jitterbug.
They were killing.
You just mentioned girlfriend. Sorry, brats. Gotta put you on the spot.
Yeah.
We didn't get there with you.
Nothing.
no, that's good.
Oh,
Nothing.
girls at Tweed, you hear this?
Yeah.
Well,
Nothing tonight.
I'm not Mr. Right.
night's
I'm
not
Mr.
over,
right
boys.
now, ladies.
It's still early.
Brooks, if you know any sweethearts, just let them know. Maybe get them out to a game.
She'd have to be a real good girl, brats, if I'm sending her your way, kid.
We'll do a little meet and greet after the game. Maybe get her out to the pizza joint. No,
Yeah.
if she can hang out with the guys, maybe I'll hang out with her. Well, I don't know. We'll see.
Vito's Pizzeria, be ready for us on the 26th. We're coming.
Yeah, you want to come see my bouncy castle? It's all mine. You know what, baby? I got another one. I got 2.
I gotta go shake hands with the unemployed.
Yeah. No, that's good. So we play Barry's Bay next weekend at home, and then I think we are full tilt day.
Yeah, I think so, which is
Yeah,
good.
after that.
Awesome.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
I'm in for that.
Right,
Pumped.
even
So
through the
pumped.
Christmas break, which I wondered if there would be a break.
Yeah,
but
we'll
we
see.
just-
Last year, that's
just
where
keep
we
going
took the
through.
break, right?
Yeah.
And now this one we're not. And like, oh my God, could you imagine the Friday, December 23rd against Center Hastings at home?
Yeah.
Do we go? I think we go home and home with them, right?
Yeah, I think it's the week before.
Yeah, we
Friday,
go there.
then
We go
Saturday.
there.
Yeah, we
that
go
next
there, and then they
Saturday.
come back on the Friday
something
night
like
and
that,
play
yeah,
us
yeah.
on the
Let's
23rd.
go.
That Friday, the 23rd game, though, at home. Fuck. It's going to be nuts. You thought it was full last one. It's going to be the same.
Yeah,
Maybe even bigger.
be turning away people.
Do you find it easier? Like, did you find that game, because you guys played a good game.
Yeah.
Is it easier to play a good game with a crowd like that? Like when you scored the 4-3 goal.
Yeah.
Did you hear the noise in that place?
Yeah, you do. I mean, if you can't get up for those games, you
How
can't
could
get up
you,
for any, right?
right?
Like it's those games are it's a rivalry, but we haven't played them yet, right? Like,
Yeah.
and they're a good squad, right? We don't need to give them any bulletin material saying they're
No.
not a good squad, but
That's right.
It's a rivalry right away, and you go into that game, you look up and warm up. I think fans beat us to the rink that game,
Yeah.
to get there and get good.
Because I
seats,
gave
but-
them the fear of death that if
Yeah.
they didn't get there, they weren't getting in.
Well, it
because
is,
they
right?
weren't.
Like,
We can only put so
It
many
was the
people in there.
truth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
But-
we came rolling in like a good 40 minutes before the game, and the
Yeah.
lineup out the door was already.
It was
like,
around
there was
the
like
block.
50 people. It was out and
Yeah.
around. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. It was amazing to see.
Yeah. So you could just imagine that 23rd game is going to be fun.
And people from everywhere.
22nd.
Nuts.
everywhere,
Second,
too.
Whatever. It's a Friday night.
That's-
We'll get her on there.
We had like probably 40 of our buddies from Campbellford come down, and my one buddy texted me after the game. Shout out Jake Newman. He texted me. He said, "Beer, fights, and goals. My 3 favorite things in the world." It's a good Friday night for the kids, though.
Yeah. So on that note, then, something like that, they really enjoyed it, right?
Yeah, they love it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely love it. And like some of the guys, even in the summer, when I told them that I was thinking about coming, they're like, "Oh, like we came to a game last year. Like it's like the best thing. Like
Yeah. Like
good
I
hockey and just awesome, great atmosphere.
great atmosphere and stuff like that. Because that's the thing that we all kind of miss out on that. Like I'm upstairs doing my thing. You're on the bench doing your thing. You guys are playing and stuff like that. You don't take in the rest of what's going on. You just see what's there, right? So you don't know what kind of time these people had because you're kind of watching different things.
See, my first year super, it was sort of special
Yeah.
because that's when I started the Booster Club. I had no affiliation with
Yeah.
the club, and I was in the stands, and yeah, it was special.
Yeah.
It was neat being around these people and start seeing, a lady would stand beside me. She's like, I like that number 16. What's his name? You know, wanting to know him, and yeah, it's been nothing but great, in my opinion.
It's very impressive. Obviously the atmosphere is phenomenal. The game against Marmara was just out of this world. But wild. That's the coolest thing is the engagement from the fans. They're not just there. Of course, they're there to see some big hits and some fights and some good hockey. But you can tell that the fans are invested. Like you say, they want to know what number, whatever, who number 16 is or whatever. But they
get
want to know
ripped
the
for
guys
a program all the time, not having it right to the T. The old people be like, "That wasn't so and so wearing number 84."
Yeah, they get all pissed off that Bob does when they're not wearing the right number.
My old man's the same. My father, Brian Brooks, shout out to you.
They want to know who's who and why is he not wearing his number.
Yeah, and even just like before the game, the amount of texts you get, like from buddies and stuff like that. Oh, I'm coming to the game tonight, and yeah.
Well, it's not. That's another reason like why we started this podcast too, was so that because there was so much fan interaction, wanting to know about the players and stuff like that. That's why we kind of decided to do this, was to kind of so that people could get behind you and know, because you want to know who you're rooting for.
100%.
Like you want to know everything about that guy, and it just makes it that much more enjoyable. That okay, so
for a fan,
say it's Bratz, number 26. This guy, great hockey player. What about him? Who is this guy? Who's this guy?
For a fan to be able to go up to Bratz or Crothers,
like they've known him forever,
Pickles, and buy them a beer. 5 minutes of time shooting the shit with somebody like that, you got a fan for life.
Yeah,
and they feel like they know you, and then they protect you.
Yeah,
and that's
what makes it really special.
Well, that's what I keep preaching about this. I'm like, bring everybody. You know, like anybody that wants to get involved with the Tweed Oil Kings, reach out to me. I'll find you a home. I'll find you something, because that's what this is all about. Because the second you feel, you have a part of it, the second you feel you're involved, then you start protecting it. And then we look after it. Then it lasts for years.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's been awesome.
Yeah, and for you guys even too, like I think I said last time on the podcast too, just like the amount of effort and time that you guys put into it. Oh, sure. Just like, well, especially like the amount of people that watch the game on the live stream is crazy, and they love your commentary. I know my family really, really enjoys it, and I know these guys,
second to none.
Yeah, these guys' families really enjoy it too, because there's not.
It's
not
just
too many
something
people
that came about, right? Like it's just
and just there's not too many people that would honestly take the time to do that and do an amazing job. And obviously, Brooksy, you as being coach. Like it's not like you don't have better things to do, right? You could be doing
I could be
anything.
sitting in this room masturbating, watching.
Yeah,
TV.
Exactly, and that's
that's fun too.
Soup, the live stream is just incredible. So
thank you.
It really is. It's so well done that it's unreal, and then the fact that somebody has a grandma that can't come to the game or something.
That's the way I look at it.
And you show it, hey, grandma, this is where you get the link.
Yeah.
And
50,
you watch
60
it
people
and
watching
what's going on.
Boys.
It's unbelievable.
It's amazing.
When I first started it, I started it for that I'm here anyway, so I might better just put it on the Facebook Live, right?
Yeah, and you didn't do any commentary.
Talk a whole lot. I didn't say a whole lot, and then I got some feedback. Nobody could kind of...
And this is a lot of people year one, too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've been doing it since the start. So they couldn't kind of tell who sometimes people were who had the puck. So then I would start, okay, and it was who has the puck, what guy, and stuff like that. And then it turned into the score,
time on the clock.
Score and time on the clock. So then I would say the time on the clock more. I would say who's got the puck, and then it just turned into more and more, and then repetitive, and then just next thing you know, it's like fucking. Shoot these guys! Like that, then it turned into that, right? It was something that didn't happen overnight. It just went on with time, and it's
start
not
the bus, Hal.
Yeah, and then you get caught up in the emotion.
That
of it
might
all
be
too,
your greatest call.
I miss a lot of the. I think by saying more than I do, sometimes I'm thinking, well, maybe I'm saying too much. But at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. If you're watching it and you enjoy it, that's fine. I'm going to tail out, because the more I say, the more I see and don't miss.
Mm-hmm.
You know
and the
more
the people start putting names to the numbers.
That's my biggest thing. If I can say, and I like to give everybody, I like to shout out their nicknames to make it more personal. Like I like to do it that way rather than to say their name, or I'll say their last name or whatever. I'll give them something. And it's usually, I'm gonna be nicknamed. So you're Pickles now, right? Like that's what I'm gonna say, and they're gonna say that. And
just think of this.
Know that.
That's the key to life.
Yeah.
So when you walk up to somebody, you know their name. You don't say, "Hey, buddy, how's it going?" You say, "Hey, Pickles, how are you?"
Yeah.
That's a total different. You're going to get a total different interaction from that person if you can call them by name. If you can, take that little bit of time out, and I ain't smart, I ain't a math guy, but I can remember your fucking name.
Yeah.
And, the little bit of time that it takes to do that, you won't believe the doors that will open.
No.
And the way people respond to you, it's like, oh, he knows who I am.
Oh, and like my parents, or our parents, I should say, they're up north right now.
Smooth Rock?
Yeah, just outside Smooth Rock, Departure Lake.
Smooth Rock ice cream.
I don't
Smooth
forget
Rock,
shit.
yeah.
I'm like an elephant.
And they're up there and like watching the games live stream, and my dad's best friends there and his wife and their son, and like
They like it?
They love it. Oh, they're like just on a Friday night, Saturday night, flip the game on, know people's names, sort of thing. Like,
yeah.
And that's 9 hours away, 10 hours away, right?
That's a feather in your hat.
It reaches everywhere.
I used to watch the games last year when I was away at school, just checking on how Joe was doing. So
There you go.
Brad to be texting me.
I'd throw it in. I said, Joe, 12 minutes left in the second period, should have passed it.
Well, there's lots of people watching you guys.
That's a good insight, because that was when Super. That's another good call. Smith Falls. I think I don't know, later in the season. Anyways, we were tied, I think, and puck comes to me at the point from Fargy, nonetheless, and I fake the slap shot, step around the guy who's trying to block it.
Beautiful little play by Joe.
And I fired on net and ended up knocking the water bottle off, and I can't remember quite exactly the words, but Super's call is, knocks the water bottle off just for good measure. And then the best part of the whole story, I told these guys right away, because I knew they'd get a kick out of it. Yeah. I get off the bench and I go out to Murray, because I pumped up, and I know Murray's gonna give me like a ring it right, Joey. He said, I was open back door, eh?
That's Murray.
Yeah. God love him.
So how it goes, it's pretty crazy, but the first period of the GAN game, since we played in GAN, this just gives you a perspective about, like, we're in a little town playing senior A hockey
that nobody said would float, boys.
No, 1,200 people have watched that third period.
Wow!
Since we played that game.
Jeez. Wow.
It's crazy.
Think about that, boys.
Yeah, like, put that in perspective.
And so you say 1,200 people.
Watch
like
that.
My parents, so they
me and my wife double up on a phone.
I was gonna say they put it on one TV, and there's 5 people there,
or
more.
That's right.
That's what I'm getting.
Not to mention, usually the Quinlans are watching it in Warkworth there. Shout out to Howard and Holly.
Yeah. All right, Howie.
Yeah, our aunt and uncle for sure, and Ben and Dan.
And the crazy other thing, so the warm-up video of you guys just coming out on the ice. So that was what? When was that game
last year?
No. When was this one? The one we just played was it 2 weeks ago? Then?
Oh yeah.
When we were in GAN?
Yeah.
That's 15,000 views or 1,500 views.
Holy.
1,500 views for a little town.
Yeah. We had one video go 15K.
No, 150K.
Oh.
Smith Falls.
Was that when Bratz went between the legs?
No, that was
this is last year. This is last year. We're going over 150 this year, Pickles.
Smith Falls playoff game coming out onto the ice with the Red Hot Chili Pepper song.
Yeah.
And it went to 166,000 views.
Like getting paid.
Viral.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah,
for my fucking little senior A hocky team in Tweed.
It must have been Joe's flow coming out on the ice.
I think Joe just kept it on replay.
Oh.
A little scrap.
He's got a blue bucket on.
It's Marmor and Barry's Bay. We kind of got that playing in the background because I wanted to watch Barry's Bay play. Yeah, the Marmor's up in Barry's Bay.
Did I hear a rumor of one of the best players on Barry's Bay is a local guy from Tweed?
Cole Bolton.
She did. Yes, she did. Yep.
Cole Bolton.
Born and raised Flint, Ontario.
Mike Bolton.
Yep. His father's one of the best human beings
awesome
I've ever
human
met.
being.
Yeah. Played senior hockey, full body hockey with my old man here in
Harlow
on
Hawks.
Sunday. Yeah, shout out to the Harlow Hawks.
Harlow Hawks. Tweed Leafs.
And yeah, Cole's a great young lad. Lives lineman with Hydro. Lives up in Barry's Bay. We drafted him in the original EOSHL draft. He was one of our first draft picks, along with Eric Tabaya.
Yeah,
played for the Bulls, and But Cole's living up there, so
it's easier for him.
Wow, I totally respect that. Like, that's the long.
Yeah, he's a good little hockey player.
Yeah.
So what would he be? Third? Is he in his 30s?
Shit, no.
I was trying to figure out that last night. So late 20s? Late 20s.
Oh, I keep thinking I'm younger than I am, and I'm 43.
Yeah,
so,
you forget that. Me and Barry were talking about this. That's the other thing.
What, did I forget how old I am?
No, me and Barry Tebow were talking about this the other night. That he's older than you think he is because you're getting old.
We're getting older, yeah. No shit, eh?
No, I think he's in his 30s.
I still think I can party with these three.
Oh, fuck. They'd kill us.
Yeah, I'd be in a coffin in the Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a signature move of the Brats. You wouldn't be able to handle it.
What's that? Tell us. Share with the people.
Is
this truck talk?
It's kind of a secret. If you're lucky enough to see, Joe pulls it out a lot more than I do.
So actually, it used to be.
Yeah. So you guys know Jesse Douglas, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So
we're best friends.
Yeah. So I played when I first played North Korth. I played online with him. He was our captain. So he called it the Dougie. And so me and Joe coming in, being young guys, trying to just mess with them, we started calling it the Brats. And then the best part is we'd get all these new guys come in and they'd be like, "Oh, that's the Brats, right?" And all JD didn't love that too much, but we just give him the hardest time about it. So that now we call it the Brats. And Joe likes to pull it out a lot, though.
Maybe get on your phone and give that guy a call. I heard he got transferred closer to home this year.
Where did he get? I didn't hear it. I thought he texted him.
Yeah, somebody told me. Yeah, throw a text out.
Pickles, take your headphones off. I don't want you to hear this. That guy's my favorit line mate I've ever played in my life. Incredible. The way he thinks the game.
Hit him! Let me help you hit him.
The way he played out there, me and him had a lot of fun playing together, and it was only 1 year, but just kind of took me under his wing right away when I got to North Korth, and we kind of thought the game the same way, and played well out there together. And I'd love to get him out and tweet.
He gave us 2 years.
He's another guy too. Like, well, he's Duro product, but won't hold that against him. But
that's almost as bad as Ennismore.
Yeah, he's just another hockey guy too. Yeah, like us, and that's I think why we bonded right off the hop.
Fuck Duro.
Tell us how you really feel, Dave.
I got in a fight up there too with a coach.
You and the coach.
Every center we go to, boys, he's got one of these.
I shit in the center ice before I got off there.
Beamer cleaned that one up too.
Beamer's a normal. Shout out to Beamer.
Fucking guy works everywhere.
Yeah. We all play Monday and Thursday nights. So we play Mondays in Norwood.
Yeah.
So I play on Beamer's team in the Monday Night League, and last week someone called in sick, so we're playing the 8:30 game. Well, 7:20 he goes out on the Zamboni full equipment but skates just because he had to flood the ice.
Yeah, he does it in between.
Legend.
And so
he's a beauty.
I play with Pix on Mondays, and then on Thursdays, Brats plays with Pix, and I play with Beamer on Thursdays. Yeah. And Monday, Brats gets to play with the old Beam Cat.
Yeah,
Big Bird.
And shout out Blaine Thompson, new signing for the Oil Kings. I play with him Monday night.
Oh yeah,
let's go.
Yeah,
I love Blaine.
He's a good player, hard worker.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
and a relation to our buddy Pickles over here too. So
cousins.
He's got some decent stock, I'd say.
Yeah, good dairy farmer.
He's a guy that can play in the corners.
He knows his job.
Yeah, he
gets
does.
in there.
He's not going to hurt us.
No.
And he does his job.
Real solid player.
Yeah, yes. That's the best way to describe him, Pickles. He's solid as hell. Yeah, I love Blainer.
He's a little bit hard on the referees in Thursday Night League, though. I being one of them. He knows to stay away from me, but
I got a story.
He's flipped my poor partner Greg Torrance on his butt, I think twice now. He's a hard
He'll dump the ref.
Oh, he's a hard nosed player.
Well, so that's the thing.
Okay, here we go. Before we get to that, here it goes. Don't tell that story yet. 1 second. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're 2 hours and 52 minutes into this podcast.
Oh my God!
So here's my message for you. The municipality does not have anything to do with the tweet anymore. And we are pretty much self-contained to do whatever we want. And you are 100% capable of pressing pause and coming back to keep listening. But what we are about to do now, for the very first time in podcast history, here on podcast number 19, is to go into fucking overdrive. So what that means? What does that mean, Dave? Tell me what that means. Well, I'm going to tell you what it means.
Yeah, Dave,
it means
tell me what it
that
means.
now we are about to say whatever the fuck we want for about, within reason. We're not going to say anything that might start World War III because that's pretty much around the corner.
Why
So
did
we're
he
gonna
tell me
basically-
we're having overdrive? I went off the handle earlier yet.
Okay, I know, but nobody's going to notice that. Sometimes people dismiss things. They don't hear it, but now we are, okay? So whatever we do now is basically called overdrive. So if we go into another hour, it happens. And we may get a little bit crazy because it is Saturday night and we've
Earmuffs,
been drinking.
kids.
So earmuffs is definitely a call. These will be posted on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and they
iTunes.
will be, or what did I say?
Apple Podcasts.
Same thing.
iTunes.
No, it's not. Anyway,
That's old.
they are mature. They're not 18. They're 18 and up because we looked at the demographic. We're 18 and up. So without being said, here we go. Bratz, tell the story.
Well, I feel like you were giving me a lot of intro into the story. Not even a crazy one, but so
Jazz it up.
like Elijah said, so he refs the Thursday night league for us.
Yeah.
So him and Greg Torrance, right? Greg?
Yep.
So they give up their 9 to 11 p.m. every Thursday night for us, right? So just great.
Beauties.
Yeah,
That is
exactly.
nice.
Shout out.
You know,
And
Without
they,
them,
that
it
is,
don't happen.
yeah. That's great. Yeah, you can't play a game without a ref.
no, well you can try, but it
It
doesn't go very
sucks.
well. And yeah, so they do a great job out there, and everyone's kind of understands they're calling the ones they need to, and Elijah likes to stretch the blue line out late in the games just to make the offsides a little close. But I had one real bad problem a couple weeks ago. So I'm streaking down the left side, and I got some speed coming, like I circle back in my own end, and I'm trying to stay ready for Tweed, right? Like
My man.
trying to get the boots moving, and just so you're
need
ready
one?
to go. And I'm getting right up to the blue line, and just a vicious trip. I go full yard sail across the ice, and just worried for my well-being, honestly, at this point. Just could have been a career ender if I wasn't lucky and landed well. And I look over across the ice, and Elijah's got both his arms down, and I just think that I can't believe there's no call on this penalty.
Unbelievable.
So
Motherless bastard.
I'm just saying. I mean, I'm lucky I'm still here today.
And
With the
And no
vicious-
call on the play.
We got to let Eli respond to this show.
I even hurt my knee. Like my knee hurt.
Oh, Muffin, did you hurt your knee?
For like a day or two after.
Eli, put it to him.
just
Body bag him, Eli.
just before Elijah answers, if my dad was in the stands, he would have
bird.
Elijah Crothers walking home, and Elijah Brahaney would be getting a ride home with a couple sandwiches in the back.
Oh,
because
he'd be getting probably a
stinks.
bag of chips, maybe some Cool Ranch chips, and definitely a large chocolate milk.
Yeah,
Maybe
really
some
talking about-
gourmet.
But I'll be honest with you, Brats. I must have missed it. I'm not sure what I was doing.
Can't make
I
them
might
all,
have been.
Elijah.
You can't, and I can't
You
even blame
can't call them all.
my partner.
You can't call
That's
them.
right. Don't
most
throw him
likely
under
gonna
the bus,
blame-
Eli.
The other team was probably chatting me up, and I'm not gonna lie. I like to chat, so the odd time I get kind of lean over the bench talking to the boys, and maybe I
Get
kind of
distracted.
tilted my head back, and somebody poured a bit of beer down my throat. And I was whatever, just get some water into me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I apologize, Brats. I'll
No,
keep
you know
an
what?
eye out next
I
time.
respect your honesty. I respect your honesty, Eli.
You guys do a
Good
great job
answer.
out there. I love chatting up the refs too. I warm up, fire a couple bar down maybe before the goalie gets into the net, and then I go straight to the red, hang out with Elijah and Greg, just catch up on what happened on the week.
Well, like
Greg's always got a good story for me.
Yeah,
He always loves a good
he
story
does,
to tell.
and just like going off what Brad said too, 9 and 10 o'clock in Workworth on a Thursday, and these guys donate their time. So just before we
let's
move
go
on,
there.
like that's
League couldn't run with that.
No, but I agree with Bratz. Like they're
Yeah.
No, I agree
You
with
gotta
Bratz.
call it
They're
right.
they're
You
piece of
gotta
shit
call it right.
referees.
Yeah.
And, miss lots of calls.
You gotta call it
You know
right.
what?
Ah, we needed this.
Yeah.
You know,
Pickles.
now that we're in overdrive, I can really speak my mind.
Tell me how
it
you
go,
feel.
let it go.
And just really say that a couple times
to
Elijah
me,
has
baby.
called penalties on me, and as a part of the groomsman of his wedding, like I just think that should be illegal.
Oh, that's horseshit.
And I'd also like to say that Elijah was a good player when he was younger. Because when I listened to the last podcast of the two Crothers boys, wherever Elijah could sneak in where Joe wasn't talking, which was kind of few
Joe
and far
likes to
between.
talk.
That's tough to find
Joe
time.
likes to
that
sound of
night.
his own voice.
Couple shout outs by Joe that night.
Elijah didn't really talk about he was a very solid player.
Yeah, we
kind of
never
growing
got
up.
onto that.
Captain of the high school
100%.
team.
Yeah.
Captain of the high school team.
Natural leader.
but a real solid player with a hockey mind.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
so
cool.
so we give him the gears about reffing, but he is a perfect ref because he knows the games where it's 13-1 and Bratz is still trying to run up the score. Like he doesn't, he
like me, buddy.
he misses a trip on Bratz.
Yeah, you guys are brothers from other mothers.
Vicious. It was a vicious trip. It wasn't just a trip. It was a vicious trip.
What? Oh my.
My bad.
Super.
Hang on, just
Are
wait.
you
Where is that
kidding
button?
me?
Just wait.
Technical difficulties. Part 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Where is
God
it?
damn it! I'm gonna quit if
Where
this
is
shit
it?
keeps up.
Where is it? Oh shit! Hang on.
Just exit it out.
How do you make it stop?
Just exit it
Hit
out.
stop on our pod.
Just exit it out.
Oh, hang on. I got it.
He'll cut that.
Yeah.
I got it. That was a long one.
My old man's hearing aids are gonna be
Yeah,
blown off
we'll
his
cut that.
ears. Overdrive.
Let's stop. Can we stop? Take it out? Yeah,
I
let's
need a
stop.
dart.
I'm stopping.
Okay, I gotta pee.
Okay, good. Holy fuck, man, that was
I
loud.
didn't know it was 3 hours.
I didn't know.
Where's my fucking
Well, I checked my
mouse?
phone.
Okay, for those listening at home that doesn't know what happened in the Super Den, we had technical difficulties, but it didn't show up on the podcast after we replayed it. So for everybody listening to my rant and everything, you might understand if we did a Facebook Live, but let's keep this show rolling here, Super. What a shit show.
That was funny. So what happened was we were watching the hockey game up on TV there, and it was just blaring, but it wasn't coming through on the live feed. So that was kind of funny. Where were we anyway?
I think I was talking about old Bratsy boy there when he almost died on an innocent trip that he didn't even fall down on.
Yeah,
and just the fact that Elijah was a very good minor hockey player.
Yeah.
And you guys had his whole story on here and the rest of
Yeah.
it. But just because he's got that hockey sense. And thank goodness Wendy had really good hockey sense.
Yeah.
Oh, she was ringette. Yeah.
Well, yeah, ringette
That's a
and the
fucking
hockey and the
same
whole
thing,
bit, you know. Pete was a bit of a dump and chase kind of guy.
I love you,
Chase and
Pete.
Spear.
I love you, man, after my own heart.
Thank goodness Wendy had it. So
All can't be first liners.
Elijah really knows the game well, so
Yeah.
it's awesome out there. When Bratz is run up the score, no big deal.
Not a big deal.
But then
Get
when
a
it
bad
gets
rap on
close, he knows the calls to make.
Yeah.
So if it's a 2-2 game in the playoffs, okay, well he's going to make a call here or there. So he does a great job, and then his partner is also just a beauty of a dude, and we just have a great league over there, and we can't say enough good things about the league.
And
That's cool.
my partner Greg, he referees a ton, does a ton of boys hockey, ton of girls hockey.
Let's go, Greg.
He's
Yeah.
retired now, and that's all the man does is he referees minor
Lucky to have
hockey
Greg's out
every
there.
single day. So yeah, just
Oh, you
quick
gotta
shout out to
have
Greg.
those
He's
guys, man.
You
he's
wouldn't
an
believe,
absolute
guys.
beauty.
yeah,
You wouldn't believe the
that's a
minor
huge-
hockey games canceled this year because of no referees
Yeah.
and guys not like Eli and Greg.
It's-
Without
it-
these guys, we don't
It's
have
not
a game.
surprising though, Brooksy. Like
I
you
know.
see,
I
like
know.
you see some pretty crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what the correct word. Like maybe
Pickles.
psycho is not a good word, but like absolutely unhinged
Mom and
ways
dad
that people
goggles.
treat
referees.
referees.
Yeah.
And you know what? People be laughing at the podcast because I was always hard on refs and whatever, but a real reverence towards what they do
Oh yeah, for sure.
And
and a thankfulness.
It's
Yeah.
funny that Bratz, the way he must play pickup hockey reminds me of me when I was 33 years old. First game in old timers, scored 10 goals, eh? And people were trying to kill me. I was like, what's wrong with you guys? What's wrong with you guys? Well, you scored 10 goals, asshole.
Yeah, and we didn't have a goalie.
You would like Joe and Elijah's cousin Dougie. He
I was just gonna say that. Brad sounds like cousin Doug.
yeah. Elijah comes up to me on Thursday night and he goes, "It's not Dougie's fault. He has a disease. He has to score."
Yeah. I gotta score, man. What am I here for? I'm a guy scorer.
Yeah,
I gotta
he
score.
is.
Yeah.
He's good. He's a good
Can't
player.
get mad at me.
Elijah and he's our first cousin, and Dylan Pickles' best friend, Elijah's best friend, Douglas Little. He is just hockey through and through. Like Well, Bratz was talking about that tournament in Kingston. We went down and played with Fargy, and his buddy, Douglas's buddy, was the one that organized it. And he said, like the A division, like it's like super good, whatever. We should go in the B.
Yeah.
And little did he know that Douglas isn't friends with anybody that isn't outstanding at hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when he said he had a couple of buddies bring in, he didn't really know, and that's just Douglas
That's how it
to a
goes.
T. Yeah.
And you sandbag the C division.
Yeah.
You should be proud of yourselves,
yeah.
boys.
Might have
Yeah.
been the B, but it wasn't.
Okay.
None of
Whatever.
the games were close.
Yeah,
No,
but we were there for Hunter and a good time.
You beat the girls team, boys. so-
You know what? Speaking of refereeing and guys that referee and stuff like that, I just want to say something because
Say it.
people were. I gotta bring this up.
Just say
So
it.
I play Thursday night league over in Madoc there, and I wasn't the reason that guy quit reffing. I just want to get that out there because I've said way more weird, wilder shit to people.
Wait, have you been accused? Did the referee quit because
yeah.
of you?
So you want to know what happened? I'll tell you a quick
talk
story.
to us,
It's real
man.
quick.
It's overdrive.
Okay, it's overdrive. So what happened was it was an icing call,
Super's
and
got a
there was going to be an
ticker on
icing
him, boys.
call, and Kenny, our goaltender, he coaching the juvenile team.
Aw, great guy.
Yeah, so
Juby life.
He says to the ref guy, "It's icing," and he goes, and then he just got right in his face, and we're going back and forth, blah 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 blah. They're fighting, and then I go take the draw, and he goes, "What am I supposed to do?" I said, "I don't know, call the icing." I guess I don't know, right? And then I go
I think
off
I
the
know
ice.
the referee.
So then I go off, and then the next thing you know,
Is this
the
our
other
initials
team.
RD?
I don't know. They ice the puck, right? They ice the puck, and this guy that's refereeing looks over to me. I'm sitting on the bench and blows his whistle like for a long time, staring right at me, and says, and I said, "Oh, don't be such a baby." And then he fucking skates away, and I figure, oh, I'm getting a penalty, right? I'm getting 2 minutes because I just said something kind of, I didn't say anything bad. And then he comes back to me and goes, "You know what? Fuck it. I'm going home." So there's 9 minutes left in our game, and he skates off. I'm like, I didn't do anything.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Dave. Then the next team comes out, and they got no referee. So what happened was, who reffed? Gord Leonard from working at
Great guy.
Rajat.
Is that
Yeah,
like-
great
Yeah,
guy.
so
Like Carson.
Carson's
Yes,
dad,
yes,
yeah.
We
yes,
played with him
boys.
too. Good
So
buddy of ours.
Gord reffed
Right
the rest
on.
of the
Him
game.
and Lily too. Yeah.
He reffed the rest of the
Heidi,
game.
yeah, sorry, yeah, Lily.
And then what's coming up to me after, because the next game comes out with Bobby Brunson and that bunch, like their team, the two come out to play, and they're like, "Fucking no referee, way to go, asshole!" I didn't say anything, man. All I said was, "Don't be such a baby."
Sound like you're defending yourself.
Now
but
Jacob's
anyhow.
over there reffing.
But that's
Tommy.
just,
Yeah.
that's just it though. If you don't have refs,
No, it's not as much fun.
No,
Yeah.
and
Like
uh,
I
No,
don't
it
got
can get
no
out of
problem.
control,
I don't
boys.
got no problem.
It can get out of control.
and that honestly,
Yeah.
that's
we all got a bit
It's-
of competitive
it makes it
edge
way
to us,
better.
right?
yeah, 100%, and that's with any sport too.
Yeah.
Like
I'm horrible.
No,
I'll
make-
slash
yeah,
my
pick-
sister
yeah.
in the throat in a
well,
hockey game.
Picks would hook his own mother for the puck, but
I would.
That's what they say about Pete Crothers back in the day.
Yeah,
Back in the day.
I love Pete, man after my own heart.
yeah, but
And then one other thing I want to talk about, because I hear things when we're talking. And
What have
I
you
don't
done
bring them up.
again?
No, this is a good one.
Oh.
It's something that Pickles said about
I don't know, there, Super. We might have to cut this overdrive short. We're in
overdrive. No, but
Sweet as a peach,
it
boys.
it was something that Pickles said that about Eli that we didn't really touch on about that you played hockey and then did a bunch of things before your accident and stuff like that. And what I thought about when you were saying that, when you brought up that podcast, so we're zooming in on almost 20 now, right? This is 19, number 20.
Next one's 20, bro.
So we've done a lot of hours, me and Brooksy, and along with everybody else.
Life
we've done a
sentence.
lot of hours. It seems like a lot of hours, and a lot of people listening. I agree. We really appreciate.
Thanks,
That's
guys.
awesome. But there's a couple of podcasts out of the 19 that stand out to me, and that one is probably one of my favorites. It's probably number one.
Dave, it is number one when you look
to
at ratings and the numbers.
It
like
is the highest
thousands
listened
and
podcast.
Thousands, guys.
And
don't
it's,
get it to your head, but
And if you think it's thousands and thousands, and you had to hear Joe.
Yeah, we had to listen.
Well,
We had to-
300 shout outs.
we had to
Imagine it
struggle.
was just Elijah. on
and,
that
struggle.
one.
and you know what I was just gonna say too on that
Like
note.
so many people turned off when Joe was talking, I bet.
Well, I was just gonna cut it too. That's just me, just bringing people.
Yeah. Joe being Joe.
Yeah, I just bring people along,
But-
and yeah.
But what I wanted to say was I'm glad I never even thought about it because I knew the Campbellford Cowboys were coming over, and I never even thought. I'm glad they brought you, and I hope you're having a good time, Eli. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't had a single bit of fun since I rolled in here.
Yeah.
No fun. No fun.
No fun, Honer.
And I just wanted to put it out there that again was the best podcast that I think we've done, and Eli being so candid and telling his life story and everything that he went through, and putting himself out there like that, and so many people listening to it. I'm sure a lot of people got a lot out of it as a message. That it was probably the most powerful thing I've ever been a part of.
I've had people pull me aside on the street, Lisa Thurston, and said that podcast with the Crothers boys
was awesome.
I've listened to it 3 times.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I've also had people, come to me and be like that was
It was awesome.
Hands down their favorite podcast.
Yeah.
And with the numbers, with the ratings, it just blew everything out of the water.
Yeah.
And
So
just before like Elijah said anything,
Eli's the real deal.
Yeah. And even just like him coming on with us and everything, it's he used to play in our Thursday night league that he now referees.
Yeah.
So
and Mondays, I think you played Mondays too, didn't you?
Yeah, Mondays too. So now he's played and now he's refereeing so he can get it.
Oh no, I'm just gonna say shout out to the Penguins. I played for the Penguins there at Thursday Night League. Easily one of the best logos for a Thursday night team. It was like the Pittsburgh Penguins jersey,
the baby blue.
But no, they're the black and yellow ones.
Oh,
but
nice.
the Penguin had a left-handed cigarette in one hand and a beer in the other. Legendary jerseys.
Here's a good story of Luncher when
that's Elijah's nickname.
Oh, sorry.
Confusing
everyone. Before I lose my train of thought, when we get to that, Pickles, Peaches, whatever you want to be. What I was going to say was, out of all earmuffs, Tara, the thousands of dollars we've invested into this goddamn podcast,
Jenny,
the money
you didn't
we've
hear
spent, it was worth every goddamn penny to have that one podcast go out.
I appreciate that, boys. I had a ton of fun then, and I'm having a heck of a night now.
Well, that's good. Pickles.
Here's a good one from Luncher, because again, same age as me, exact same age, and had some super funny times growing up and carrying on, and we're still continuing to with this wedding and everything coming up, and super pumped for him. Just what a treasure of a young lad. And I think when you look at the gang here, it's all about kind of like the family stock when you see it, right? Like when I think of, you're talking about the fans and what they're looking for. Well, Joe, just how charismatic he is, right? And then Bratz, what you'd tell the fans is how funny this guy is, as kind of like a quiet guy, but also wanting to burst out into the scene, right? It cracks me up every time he texts me. I'll get a text from Bratz and I know I'm gonna just giggle. Yeah. But Elijah, one of his funniest moments, like playing with me and all this stuff, was we're playing in Napanee. I think we were in like Bantam or Midget or whatever, doesn't matter.
Fucking hate Napanee.
Sure enough, and I guess a bit of a self tire pump here, which I hate to do, but wheel in and score a goal. So I'm pretty pumped on myself. Hey, I scored. Literally off the face-off. I get the puck again and kind of squeak around a defenseman, and I'm like, holy fuck, here we go. Maybe I'll get a 2 on a shift.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, this fucking guy just comes buzzing in and like bumps me off the puck, stick lifts me, and I look, it's Elijah.
Your old teammate.
Holy, my left winger just stick lifted me.
Pass the puck, Pickles.
Has the puck, buries it, and just looks at me like, you should have passed me the first time too. Just a stud. Yeah. So can't say enough good things.
Don't be looking him off far post.
No, exactly.
No.
Yeah.
That's great.
Just a character.
Well, boys, I'm going to tell you, I can't thank you enough. And I can't thank you enough for the way you carry yourselves and the time you took tonight to come out here and tell us lies and entertain us 2 old boys.
Yeah.
Because we're rocking on 3 hours and 15 minutes here of effortless talk. We got to do another one of these.
Yeah.
We got to do part 2 with the Cowboys.
Yeah. I don't like splitting pods, so if you want to, you can pause it and start it back up again for all I care.
Yeah.
It's golden.
We got to do a part 2, and we got to drag along the other Crothers brother.
Let's go.
Caleb.
Yeah.
Caleb's come for the next
Bundy.
one.
Get Clubber Lang out here.
Great sports mind.
Yeah.
Oh, Clubber Lang off Rocky 3?
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone calls him Clubber, so then Clubber Lang started
And
it.
you, Brooksy, you would get along with him very well because he's a big sports betting guy.
A nut.
Yes.
He's a nut. He loves it.
Bet 99 should have him sponsored.
And you know what? He's got
I'm Bet 365. We've got our alternative bookies. I've been a member since
I don't know what
1999.
Whoever can bet on the Russian third league of tennis, that's who his bookie.
He could tell you every third string quarterback in the NFL and probably
my
the CFL.
mofo.
One of
my
those
mofo.
guys just knows it all.
Brooksy, he'll pick you apart though, because I believe he was on that 2018 juvenile team.
Yeah, I know he was.
He might have to spear you or something.
I know. We'll get over that. We'll maybe throw down in the driveway, and then it's like the old story of the two guys fighting at the hotel, and at the end of the night they're sitting beside each other buying each other drinks. So yeah, we'll get that out of the way, Caleb, and then I think you and I could have a good relationship after we scrap. No, he was a great hockey player. I remember your brother in the 2018 Juvie run.
Yeah, no, he was.
He was in my game notes.
Yeah, big time. I think he might have been captain of that team, possibly.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah,
pretty sure he was.
Yeah, I think it was too. Did he play in North Kawartha or Apsley the
played
year before?
No.
Yeah, he played
it before or after.
Yeah, no, he played before.
Okay,
Yeah.
did he? Bratz knows. I don't.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah.
He did play before. Had some concussion injury issues.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Or else he would have stuck out probably there, and
Yep.
now he's just into coaching, just helping the youth of the
Yeah,
game.
your buddy Mac got thrown out in that game 5 in the first period, and that
No.
really helped things for old Tweed. Yeah. Yeah.
Mackie.
That doesn't sound like him.
Shout out the armed forces.
Hey, the armed forces.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks for all you do.
What base is he
Mackie
on,
was at our
boys?
game in Ganaca, actually.
Yeah, he's out of Kingston.
He was, yeah.
He came
got
on
the
a bus
applause.
trip last year,
He
didn't he?
did. He did. So he loved it, and then he came
I loved him.
Came to Gan. Which
Yeah, he was at game.
on base in Kingston.
Yeah.
Yeah, came to Gan. Watched.
CFP Kingston?
Yeah.
All right, Mac. We love you. Thank you for your service, brother.
Yeah. That guy's a legend in his own time. That's for sure. Yeah, big deer hunter for sure.
So anything else you guys want to talk about while
Yeah.
you got the mics?
I don't think so. Really, just happy to be a part of this.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
Would
again,
love
boys.
to meet a couple more of the fans too. I always spend like an hour in the room after the games, but it'd be nice at some point to get out there and meet a couple fans. My parents told me actually that I guess Rhino's daughter or one of his daughters is a big fan of me. I guess. She's-
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Bye. She's a Wildcat.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to her for being a fan. So
Shout out to V. Yeah, Violet's great. I'll introduce you to her. And yeah, have you met Merrick's little man or Rhino's little man, Merrick?
Yeah,
What a beauty.
you've
He's
seen him
such
in there.
a beauty.
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
always
Yeah.
couple
He's always
kids
in the
always
room.
in the room.
Yeah.
He's got some passion.
Oh yeah, that kid comes from good stock.
Yeah,
Alyssa and Rhino, they've become quite close with a wife and I, and definitely foster.
We
that
got a little
relationship.
T-Pain.
You got an echo going on.
Yeah,
hang
a
on.
little, little T-Pain mic auto-tune.
We'll definitely resonate with the younger crowd with the T-Pain auto-tune here, boys. Thanks for throwing us onto that.
I don't know what
brass.
happened.
If you can believe it, Oil Kings Nation, we had technical difficulties
I don't know
again.
why. It just happens sometimes.
You guys are always usually on point with all the.
We are.
Yeah.
You know,
The
we're
audio.
usually fly off the cuff. Everything's titties, and it's falling apart here. And you know why it's falling apart? Because it's Saturday night. We're 3:16 in. I'm drunk.
I
He's
can't
drunk.
even walk in this room with
I
all
don't
the
know how
empties.
we're gonna get out of here because there's fucking cans everywhere, and I think it's time to tone this candy cane down. So we're going last thoughts moments here, and the first guy we're gonna have with his last thoughts for this podcast, and if we had a good time or whatever, is Eli Crothers.
Well, I think it's been a great podcast thus far. Great little evening with the boys here. Always a good time in the Super Den, as you listeners will know. Just really want to say big shout out to Super and Brooksy for putting this podcast on. I myself, as well as my family, and we're avid listeners. It's always a good time to be working away and
Thanks for your support.
have some good chuckles. So yeah, just big shout out to the boys for putting the podcast on, and thanks for having us out. We appreciate it.
Glad to have you here, Eli.
Pleasure's ours.
Joe,
Yeah.
Little GM Joey.
little GM Joey.
Yeah. Thanks a lot for having me on again. And like I say, I know the reason I'm here is because I bring the help, and
Again, don't sell yourself short, you little bastard.
No,
I love you.
That's good. Just to the Oil Kings Nation, everything like that, thanks so much for everything you guys do. And obviously, Brooksy and Super, just like Elijah said. And I know, same thing, you guys have said it before, but GM Johnny, he doesn't get enough credit because that guy works day in, day out.
Let's go, Johnny.
Yeah. Doesn't.
That's machine gun.
He does that too.
Yeah. Doesn't collect a dime. And I know there's lots of, things he could be doing with his retirement and everything like that. And he is the kind of guy that you call him, he answers.
He's committed to you, boys.
You text him, he answers right away. He's, in the room all the time. He's making sure that everybody has what they need.
My opinion, best GM in the league.
Yeah,
100%.
Let's not give him too credit, because if he wasn't doing this, he'd be on like internet porn and gambling sites. So he's doing good this way too.
Boxcar. Yeah, boxcar.
Let's go, boxcar.
That's exactly
Love you,
right.
boxcar.
Yeah, and and Jesse too, our new kind of coach there. He's been
Big Jimmy.
Yeah, he kind of little intern. He's a beauty too, and.
Jay, we haven't said enough about him yet.
No,
we need to.
I need to go in on that.
Brooksy, you talk on that after.
That's
Joe's
my
done.
boy, boys.
Yeah.
I grew up with
he's
Big
doing a great
Jimmy.
job.
Played men's league hockey with him, the Valley Mart North Stars. Shout out to all the boys. Yep, we used to rock the old Minnesota North Star jerseys.
Big shout out to Jay.
Yeah, and Jesse Cassidy, that's who we're talking about here.
Oh, Jesse?
Yeah.
Oh, we're talking about Jesse? The big
or
burly
talking
son of a
about
bitch? We're
Jay?
talking about Jay.
I was talking with Jesse, but yeah.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
my
you went the
bad.
other
Jesse,
way.
I love Jesse.
Yeah, you
He's
went
a
the other
cop.
way. That's
Why would I
right.
say anything bad about Jesse?
I didn't say you did.
I love the guy.
So, yeah, I got talking to him. A Big Jimmy, he's a good hockey head, boys. His young lads playing junior up north there.
Yeah.
He played junior himself growing up. He understands the game well, and
He's
we're
a great
gonna love
guy.
having him around the room, boys.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Good asset.
Yeah, his wife Kelly's second to none either. So, yeah, we're blessed to have those two on board with us.
Barry's bad.
Mr. Brahaney said that Cassidy there, he gets more and more handsome the more he plays him. So
Yeah, no, my final remarks though is just thanks to these two beside me, just for everything they do, and they're driving me around and kind of keeping me around for their humor and everything like that, and just appreciate what they do for us and the team and their commitment and everything like that. And yeah, thanks a lot, boys.
Brats?
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. I mean, really happy to be here. It's nice to be able to play this level of competitive hockey at after junior and have that opportunity, and just be so supported by the community around us and great fans, volunteers, coaching staff, top to bottom here. It's pretty cool. It's something that not that many communities have around. There's not too many senior teams really still going, so it's pretty sweet. Nice to be able to play with Joe, a guy I've known my whole life, and
that would be pretty cool, eh? Like, really, at the end of the day, like, not only do you get to play this it is truly a high caliber hockey at this age, but to be lucky for you guys to be able to have that connection.
With Pickles, because Brats and I played junior together, but with Pickles, that's just the age gap. We played on the pond together, and we got we got hit in the snowbank by him, but
pretty awesome.
Somebody would have told you boys you get to play with a 41-year-old in senior A hockey. Would you have believed it?
Well, I could say
in front of
maybe
800 people.
Yeah, maybe I played with a 41-year-old, but not one that.
Here we go.
Gets a hat trick every game.
In senior A.
I know.
Yeah.
Somebody's mom, Joe?
If in 20 years, if in 20 years you could tell me I could play like Darren Doherty at his age, I'd be pretty happy.
That's what we're hoping for, Brats.
Fucking right.
And God bless that Mel too.
Yeah, Mello. Shout out Mello, Phil Kessel. That's what we've been calling him.
Oh, yeah. Little Phil Kessel.
Little Philly, man.
That guy is an absolute beauty.
It's a gem,
he's number one.
He
that
gets
guy's
in
number
shape,
one.
The better he gets.
The more he's going to blow your mind, boys. That
He
guy
does
can
some
saucer puck a
crazy
pass
shit.
3 lines and drop her fly.
Yeah.
They call me Mellow Yellow.
Yeah, he's...
Just butter it.
Yeah, but just kind of final remarks. Just another shout out to the family. Thanks for supporting me all the years, getting me to the rink, and still supporting the Oil Kings now. And just happy to be out here. Love playing with Pickles and Fargy and the rest of the boys on the team. So excited for a big year, and we'll see all you fans next Sunday. We're all in the lineup, all 3 of us here.
And, and no doubt, Brad's big shout out to Yanarp too.
Yeah, shout out Yogi B, Grandpa Gene.
Yeah, Yogi B, and also the Fisher side too.
Yeah,
Murray.
There you go.
Yeah, and shout out to my cat that I had for a weekend, City Cat, that died.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. City Cat.
What do you got for us, Pex?
Peaches? I mean pickles?
It might be Peaches.
Well, I just want to say it's nice this podcast is the end of our line here because I'm not Bratz's favorite line mate of all time.
Yeah, you found that out tonight. Eh?
Dagger to the heart, eh?
No, that's okay.
Stabbed you.
Had to bring up that Jesse Douglas
I'll
guy.
get that knife for you.
Thank goodness my sister is going to be a lawyer because I'm taking Bratz out of the will.
Starting Monday.
No, but yeah, just same as the rest of the boys. Love everybody here and love everything that's going on with the Tweed Old Kings. And I can't wait to talk to Brooksy in about 5 minutes here and make a Crothers-sized order for Tweed Old Kings here.
There we go.
There we go, folks. So, hey, with a nice little plug there, Pickles. Yeah. So, folks, you've seen it online. If you need it, we got it. Okay, we got the hats for the kids. We got the hats for your dad. We got toques. We got sweaters. We got hey, if you want leopard skin banana hammocks, we'll get them happen. Too. Just come talk to us, and thanks for the support, guys. It's second to none, and thanks, Pickles.
We'll even put your number on it.
There you go. So I'm going to blow through real quickly here, no problem. Again, shout out to Brooksy. He's been we're about to embark on our next podcast. It'll be number 20, which folks, I'm hoping is either going to be these are my top 2 picks that will happen, either Mitchie Gagne or Cat and Rut. I'm hoping Cat and Rut.
Everybody's wanting it. That there are white whales. Cat and Rut.
We're working them. We've got Cat on board so far. I've had Rut on board a couple times.
Make sure you have bottles, not cans.
That will be the next. It's either going to be Cat or Rut or Mitchie Gagne. Okay. And again, that'll be our number 20, in which is a lot of hours of content, for Christ's sakes, which I know this is a long one. Like I said, you can pause and start back up again, but I really want to thank Brad for saying yes to the idea of doing this a couple years ago.
Pleasure's
and
all mine.
Yeah, and he does a bang up job, and again, we talked about it at the very start when we first come out here and talked. We're not going to go 2 months on you kids anymore. Okay, we're going to be going at our full tilt here. We play next Sunday on against the Barry's Bay Wolves, and that's at 2:30 back at the barn. And that's November
26th.
November 26th. So that's
2:30.
Next Sunday at 2:30. Get there early because there's a local boy coming back to town, old Cole Bolton. You better play Cole because we've been pumping this shit for a while now. I'm sure your dad will be there. And you guys,
drag him out.
Cole, you can come on into town and get waxed by the Tweed Oil Kings. Okay, Woo! So that'll be fun. But
I want to have a beer after.
But we'll have a beer after, yeah. And then I'll go quickly around the room here, and I won't waste too much more time. But Eli, I'm glad you came tonight. And again, like I said, you're top high in the podcast. You're number 1 in my heart. I love you. You're a great kid. And I'm glad you're here tonight.
Appreciate it. Love you too.
You bet. Joe, you are one handsome son of a bitch. I got to give you that. Because if you're not handsome, what are you?
Handy.
Well, you know what they say exactly, Brooksy. If the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy.
Red Greeny chaired out.
Yeah. And Peaches, you're a great kid. I'm glad to have met you. And I'm glad to have you in my home. And it's an honor to have you guys here, for sure. I hope you enjoyed your time here. And it's been nice taking this last 3 hours to get to know you guys better. And to watch you play hockey, you got it, kid. You're a hockey player. Don't care if you don't like people pumping your tires. That's fine. Nobody likes that. Well, I like it. People tell me I'm good. I love it. But you're a good hockey player. You got lots to offer this team and this town, and you're going to be much loved. The way you play is awesome. Bratz?
Yep.
You're a slick little prick. I'll give you that. You remind me of me about 25 years ago.
Fuck.
I'm
just so slick out
comparison.
there and weighing about 135. Just let's get it on.
Every
No, we're glad to have you. And we're really appreciative that you've come to play. I've seen you do some crazy shit so far, and I can't wait to see what you do in the future. And God helping, you bring your brother along too. Because if he's better than you, we want him. All right?
Oh, you want him.
Yeah.
Shocker, he's a lot better.
Yeah. Well, you're doing pretty good, kid. And again, great podcast tonight. Really happy about it. First one we've ever done on a Saturday night. First one we've ever done drunk. And the first one we've gone 3.5 hours.
I just want to, boys, I got to take a quick minute. Eli, thanks for your time, man. Every moment spent with you is absolutely cherished. Make me smile, brother. And yeah, you're infectious, man.
Oh, Brooksy, it comes across. It's really easy when because you're about the same. You always got a good smile on your face. Whenever I see you two, you kind of make me smile. So
just for the record, though, Eli, he's never had as much. He hadn't gone as much as you've had to go through in your life. Okay, so let's be honest. Let's call it a spade. For you, again, when I touch back on it in that podcast, and then for you to be as fucking bubbly as you are, and to be the kind of person you are, and go through what you went through, no, man, that doesn't come around every day.
Aces go places.
Exactly. Most people would just fucking pack it in and say sayonara. Not you, kid.
You
battle
inspire
through.
me, man.
Yeah, you make me want to get up in the morning, kind of thing. That's what I took away from that podcast. Like, I any problems that I think I have, what the fuck is wrong with you? No problems.
Yeah, you messed him up, Eli.
Man, you almost fucking died, dude.
I got home.
You almost died.
Eli, I got home.
I was fucked for
that
weeks.
night in the podcast.
Stop. You're going to make me cry. Stop.
But
it's
Eli,
true, bud.
I got home, and the biggest thing I took from that, because I had the pleasure of meeting you before and stuff like that, super hadn't.
I didn't know the story. I knew nothing about it.
You boys pulled out, went home, and I'm like, Soup, I got to go. I didn't even get 10 minutes down the road. And he's like, Brooksy, I have to phone you. That changed me. that podcast, I can't stop smiling. That fucking guy, he's like, that just changed me. So that's the type of power you have, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, boys. Appreciate it. You're too kind.
No, we're not. And then when I said, and I said it back then, I don't forget shit. I said back then when we did that pod that you should be a motivational speaker. You should go to fucking high schools. You should go to fucking colleges. You should go to universities. You should tell your fucking story to everybody. I'll be your manager. We'll go fuck all this shit. We'll just go out, me and you. We'll go out and make $1 million.
Oh, fuck yeah. We can make millions for sure.
I'm just saying.
Can I be a roadie?
Yeah.
and the biggest feat out of all of that is having to ref Brats and Pickles.
Yeah, that's
cousin Douglas on a Thursday night.
That's his reward, right?
Talking to
like
that's right. Yeah. And don't forget that Blaine Thompson guy too. You got to watch that.
Yeah, that's his reward. Yeah.
Thanks, boys. Love you.
So, Eli, thanks for coming. Joe, you know how I feel about you, little GM Joey. Stuff you've done for this hockey club since the start. Brats, you know where you stand with me, man. We've got this couch right here. We got at least a good 5-6 years, depending on when we're messing this up. Of fun, boys.
And we ain't going anywhere. We're going to be along for the ride.
So buckle in. Godfather Brooksy. If your kids need a godfather, I'm your man.
Kings Nation, thanks a lot for joining us on this podcast. This is number 19. Number 20 is coming down the road. Like I told you before, it's either going to be Cat and Rut or it's going to be
Campbellford Cowboys.
And tonight's podcast, 3:30, rock and roll, longest podcast of all time. A lot of fun. I had a blast with you guys.
You're going to love it.
Cowboys.
Love you, bye.
We'll see you next Sunday afternoon, 2:30, as your Tweed Oil Kings take on the upstart Barry's Bay Wolves. We out.
Love you, Kings Nation.